evil racers!
Hi, everybody. It's Meta Monday. It's going to be the first part of our two-part season finale, so I hope you're in for... you got your seatbelt strapped on and your helmets and mouth guards and everything. You're all ready. It's going to be a little bit of a wild ride.
I have none of those items.
Oh, man.
I got pockets on my boots.
Ooh.
I got knee pads.
Oh, God. Everyone's really prepared.
Did you bring those from home?
Yep.
Cool.
Even under my leggings.
Amazing.
I'm your host and GM, James Down, and I'm going to totally leave that alone. Joining me at the table, I have Jess Weaver, Luke Abbottson, Helen Roundhill, Christian and Maggie Doyle.
Yay!
And there's Leo on tech in the back. Hi, Leo.
Yay!
Hi, Leo.
Why is there no one in chat? I feel like that's
It is weird.
weird.
Is there no one in chat? I don't think there's no one in chat. It's just not showing us people in chat.
Okay.
Let's see if we can fix
We're
that.
like, no one's watching?
Why is no one saying
Let's see if I can fix that. Give me just a second.
Look at boys.
Masters of the Metaverse, like all of our Zoe programming, is funded and supported entirely by viewers like you.
Ruh-roh.
Yay. We love viewers like us.
Uh-oh.
It's still no chat room.
It's still not telling us anything.
Can you see us? Are you there?
Leo's on it.
See if you can get that to work there. Sorry, Leo.
Somebody
Check out our
screams
Patreon
right
page
on
now
the
to see how you can support this show and other great shows like it. Speaking of Patreon, let's thank some of our special backers today.
Oh, yes. I love thanking our special backers.
Jeff Whaley,
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
Emily Roos,
Thank you, Emily.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Emily.
Robert Denby.
Oh, he's a
Thank
you, Robert.
Masters of the Metaverse is the most interactive live stream RPG on the planet.
We know we say so every week.
Fact.
It's part of my script.
I read it on the internet. It must be true.
Uh-huh. It's real.
And
Oh,
how
I
is
see
it?
a
Oh, look,
Pax
there! I see Pax, I see
Yay.
Pax. They're here. There
We
are
see
people
the
watching.
chats.
Thank you.
Oh, let's see. There's all kinds of great ways that you can jump in and influence this game. For example, we've got a great store. It's got some new fun things in it. Some of them you've seen before. The Meta Surge is back because there won't be any meta points today.
Hi, guys.
No sliders.
Yeah. That's okay. Metasurge means we get to use cool powers in the real world. I like that.
This is
True.
absolutely right. You can use all kinds of fun stuff today. Oh, in addition to that, we have our Patreon polls. You guys want to hear how you did?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm a little
Maggie, you get +5 to a roll and +20 health this week.
Thank you.
Christian, +6 to a roll and +20 health this week.
Ooh.
Jess, +5 to a roll and +40 health this week.
Ooh, they want to keep you alive.
Mhm. Luke, +3 to a roll and +20 health this week. Helen, +5 to a roll and +20 health this week. And I get +3 to a roll and +30 health this week. That's weird. I actually got a higher score than one of you. That never happens.
Who was it?
Well, I got more health than either you or Maggie or Luke.
It's okay. You're going to need it because we're going to beat the tar out of all your bad guys.
Oh, suck it.
fist bump.
Don't.
Who takes James more health?
Oh, absolutely taunt. You should taunt.
James is essentially made of health in real life anyway.
Look at them.
Unless it comes to phone games.
Party.
Unless it's phone games.
And then,
Yes.
and then his HP gets dropped to 0.
Yeah, I have a critical vulnerability
It's
to
the
phone
sickened
games.
condition.
Yes, being stopped.
So for Christmas what people should get you are just credits
Like-
to download games.
Play store
If
credits.
you want to give James a Christmas present,
But you also want him to hate you?
Oh, God.
That's how to do
Oh,
it.
God. Maddox might die. Look at that
That's
face.
right. James got no babies, and yet he's looking at you like you're one of his kids.
How about we roll some credits? And have a conversation.
Strangers was brought together through blackmail, lies, and advertising campaigns. They became metapilots, people capable of traveling to strange new places called metaverses and inhabiting the remarkable people known as avatars who lived within. At first, it was just a game, but it soon became a struggle for all reality. Betrayed by an entity that they once trusted, the one known as Tom, these metapilots slayed a would-be immortal, healed a broken world, and saved the entirety of the metaverse. But now, they must answer for their deeds. The metaverse sends you where you need to be. But where are they?
Conscripted by a secret organization, a group of strangers is loaded into experimental metapods, hurtling their souls across dimensions and into unsuspecting avatars. With each trip across reality, these newly minted metapilots gain access to unique powers and abilities, slowly transforming them into true masters of the Metaverse.
Masters of the Metaverse, masters of the Metaverse. They travel through time and space and stuff. Troll them, re-roll them, throw them above. They fly through dimensions, this isn't a bluff. Heroes compelled, they have no choice. Bound by the winds of a secret voice. Masters of the Metaverse, masters of the Metaverse. Masters of the Metaverse, masters of the Metaverse.
Hi everybody, we are back! Previously on Masters of the Metaverse, our heroes discovered the fate of countless pilots.
Call this an in case of emergency #hack attack. James knows what it is. Just try not to trigger it too early.
An emergency hack attack?
You're asking the wrong person not to go off early.
Oh my god, you weren't supposed to tell.
Also, how do we
Sorry,
know
it was
if we
premature
trigger
education
it?
for them.
What is the trigger?
You'll just have to wait
It's the
and
part
see.
that activates something
Oh.
on a device.
Up.
They got it!
They love you!
And your face still hasn't been on the screen.
Can we just be friends?
We can.
Okay.
So previously on Masters of the Metaverse, our heroes discovered the fate of countless pilots and avatars imprisoned by Antonius Basileus in a stasis, a place that can't be reached in the Godverse. Armed with this new knowledge and the clock ticking, our heroes now race to find a way to defeat the evil madman and hopefully restore balance to the Metaverse. But can it be done? Andy James, you are so very tired. It has been mission after mission after mission after mission. Preparations put into place. This plan of Zenda's to try and disable every active gate in Coliseum, free all the enslaved pilots, disable the security systems, take out every form of power and broadcasting, all at once while causing widespread damage is, well, at least ambitious and more than likely impossible. You've seen how it all works. The power grids,
I used to be a waitress.
the backups, the security protocols. Maybe with an army, maybe somebody could do it. But somehow this daft bastard thinks that he and your friends can just pull it off.
I mean,
Working with your grandfather has been the highlight of all of it. The one bright spot in the dark. The two of you make an exceedingly proficient covert operations team. And coupled with Dr. Clarkson and Aquamarine, you're able to break into just about any facility in existence without getting caught. Some of these restricted places have been really, really heavily guarded, and some would call it luck, but you know better, or at least Lady Evelyn knows better, and so you know better.
bitch got skills.
Sleep has been infrequent, and the last few days no exception. But the dream you had last night was so vivid and so real that you are sure that it in fact was. You saw Butch and Abby dressed up like they were going to a ball or a wedding or something. And they were alone together and quietly exchanging vows. And somehow you just knew it had to be real. Somehow you know that Abby has a family now, just like you. Something worth fighting for. Maybe Zenda's crazy, maybe none of this stuff's gonna work, but if there's even a chance, you have to take it. You've rejoined Crash, Rosie, Wyatt, and Maddox in the underground bunker, and dropped off yet another stack of files and information on the Coliseum architecture and utilities. And something is definitely different here. Whatever has happened in your absence seems to have had quite the impact. Zenda looks like he hasn't slept in at least a week. He has oil and grease stains all over him, strained eyes, and has not stopped mumbling to himself the entire time you've been here. If you ever had any doubts that he was crazy, you don't anymore.
No.
Doubts? Did anyone doubt that? Anyone? Yeah. Okay.
I was just trying to figure out to what degree. Masters.
We don't use that word.
Which
degree or crazy?
Right.
Yes.
Well, if it's antiperspirant, we know you don't use it. But that's beside the point.
Pax, it was beautiful.
Oh, so yeah, yes. Here we all are.
Ready to cry again.
Today is a busy day. Yes, busy. Mr. Maxwell, you will need to formally challenge Kryn Akan today for his spot in the grand tournament. Presenting Mr. Jackson, the Eternal Sunshine as your fighter. If he fails to respond, it will be considered surrendering his position. So I truly doubt that he will fail to respond. My research indicates that he and his owner are quite arrogant and certain of their chance of victory, both against any challenger and in the grand tournament. We also need to make some sort of headway on the task that Antonius has presented to you, finding our little hope-spreading ally. And I have some news on that front. I believe I've solved that mystery. Remember those letters that we all got? I believe it's her. And the last thing I want to do is actually stop her. But he's going to expect some kind of progress.
Of course.
Otherwise, he's going to kill you. And those stories, they're spreading. Butch and Abby, of Doc Holliday and Annie Oakley. There's even a few about Captain Jack in there. Hope has been spreading like a wildfire, and we're going to need that when the time comes. But for now, we need a scapegoat. And not just any scapegoat, but a good one, a convincing one. And I have a solution to that. Me. I'll be your scapegoat.
But you don't even have any words.
It's I, Ronald Gabriel Zenda, who's fostering the rebellion, undermining his authority, challenging him. And it will work because it's not a lie. It will work because he's not unfamiliar with myself and my capabilities.
Yes.
But you don't have a heart.
And that we've been working together.
What he will doubt is any altruism on my part. So you tell the truth. Rhodes put me up to it. Rhodes tasked me with bringing him down. Also, not a lie. Now, this will mean that we're going to have to part company after today, until the time comes.
Aren't they just gonna murder you?
Well, yes, that's why I'm going to make myself hard to find.
Right, that's good.
Oh, you're just going to pass information rather than the person.
Mm-hmm. I will remain in contact, and I trust you all will know what to do when the time comes. In other matters, Mr. Munson, also known as the Brony, has returned to the city from whereabouts unknown, and I need to know exactly where he stands, what his plans are. But getting to him is going to be about impossible, and he'll have no reason to trust me or speak to me.
No, he hates you.
I'm aware. This is where you'll come in, Miss James. Most of the city is going to be fixated on Mr. Jackson's challenge fight. I expect you to use that opportunity to break into his tower and find out what he's up to.
But I wanted to watch the fight. I'm kidding, I'm there.
We can't afford any
I do wanna watch the fight, I
complications.
just don't want to see you get hurt.
We'll record it. It'll be fine.
Okay.
We can't afford any complications, so I need you to find out what the devil he's up to, and if something needs to be done about it, we need to act now.
And
I know
if
he's your
something
friend,
needs to be done.
but we can't afford any mistakes at this juncture. We're too close. Once Mr. Jackson has secured his spot in the tournament, you will be entitled to the 14th tower. That's where Kryn Akan currently dwells. Move your operations there. Be aware that the entire tower is likely to be under surveillance. So act accordingly. Miss Harvin, I believe you have some capabilities to deal with that. So,
I thought you were going to
do your best. It's time we descend into the belly of the
That
beast.
sounds like permission to use magic to me. That's what that sounds like.
Keep your eyes and your knives sharp. There's no turning back. Mr. Maxwell, you're going to want to issue your challenge by midday at the latest. I suggest using an intermediary. Kryn's owners try to engage in some rather underhanded techniques before fights, so be prepared for those. And as for me, I'm going to do the same thing I always do, create a nuisance of myself. Good luck.
It must be difficult.
You also do a lot of brooding.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you mean that in the animal husbandry sense?
No.
Right, so did he just tell me to use magic in the heavily surveyed area?
He told you to break their surveillance using magic or make it see something different. I think that's what he was suggesting. That
Okay, right. Okay.
Tactically, that seems like the best option.
It does. It really does.
That's if we move into that tower.
You're not losing.
I don't think so.
When we get there, I'll help with making sure that we're
Right,
not getting
alright.
picked up by any of the inherent systems there.
Right. Okay.
And I'll make sure to record the fight for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Very well done.
I'm a team player.
I tried to upload it, but I have Comcast. Sorry.
This guy really is a monster. All he offers is Comcast? God.
What I'm impressed by is that Comcast actually operates out here.
You think
They operate everywhere. They have a,
Clearly, they're operated by Metaverse enforcement.
Oh, in a metaversal hellscape?
Given their customer service reputation,
They have a
I
Metaverse.
have a feeling like they have a Rhodes character that just does all of that.
Yeah, they have a
Not
Metopoly
currently
on
sponsored by
internet.
Comcast.
He
Or
rips
ever.
off his shirt
It
and
is.
there's just a Comcast shirt underneath.
Yeah.
By the way, do you need a landline with your internet service?
You don't? We'll pay for one anyway then. It's a package.
If you upgrade to DirecTV,
We totally have that pack.
We changed our name to Xfinity. No one will know. Everyone knows, boss. Shit. Well, it's not like they have a choice.
So enough about cable companies from Earth. Let's go start a fight.
So I would like to draft a letter to the owner of the Tempest, saying that
Your name is stupid.
Hashtag Metasurge, it's time to make the trench run on the Death Star. Good luck to everyone, chat's got your back.
Thanks, Merc.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Sorry,
you, chat.
that was probably loud. That's too quiet.
The Eternal Sunshine and the forces that he represents have deigned to allow the Tempest to share the ring with him.
oh,
We expect an answer promptly, be it your gracious acceptance or your acknowledgement of defeat.
How the fuck long have I been gone?
We can be reached here.
Excellent.
You're welcome.
can you squeeze in like a Prospero joke?
Yeah, I was just
Yes,
about
I
to
was-
say
Oh,
that.
yeah,
There's
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
be like.
Oh, the person that you send the message with has
Let
to be
him know
called
that-
Ariel.
Yeah, there we go. Yep.
Also, let him know that I'm going to break his staff and drown his book.
Boom.
Oh,
Suck it.
You're stupid,
so
stupid
cool.
book.
You've changed.
Yeah.
I have not. I would never break his staff. Unless he hits me with it. And then it's not my fault, because he shouldn't have hit me with it.
That's true.
That's just science.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Somebody, finally, who understands science the way I do.
That's right. He doesn't know what
Hey,
life
Wyatt?
is the god of.
I think it's pretty cool that you're like you're like my Mickey. If I was Rocky, you'd be my Mickey.
Yeah.
I'd never cut you.
Or you could be my Paul Heyman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's much
or,
better.
Or you're Selena
I
Vega.
think you would have lost that by now.
Because Selena Vega's the shit on the mic. She's amazing.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
but,
fine. No, we don't.
Yes, but these are the sorts of jackets that I have to wear.
So Katie Lang, shut
And
up.
I just can't fill out Selena Vega's.
We'll go with Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman. Actually, can you start the match by introducing? Sorry. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Off top. I'm
my
sorry.
name is Wyatt Maxwell.
And I'm the advocate for the.
The Eternal Sunshine.
I'm
You're
just
right.
saying.
You're right. Sorry. Sunshine.
I'm just saying we could do it. It could be a gift. We could tweet it at him. It'd be great.
We'll get there.
Sorry. Moving cheerfully along.
Oh, good. I was about to head for the door.
I'm just saying, if
Let's see
I
what
have
happens.
to
I'm
go
just
kill
saying.
people in cold blood, I might as well get to like some cool entrance music.
What do you consider cool entrance music, Crash?
I don't know, like
I don't know, what did
Foreigner?
wrestlers
Here
listen to?
comes the sun.
Oh, do- do-
I was gonna say you have to play
Here
out
comes
the
the sun, and I say,
guys.
That's enough.
Yep.
I would actually want this to
I would
be
do- I would
on
do
the
this-
internet.
Yeah, we don't want this to get demonetized.
Do Let the Sunshine In from Hair.
Yes. There we
oh,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
Ooh,
All right.
Topic? Trails on track. We're here.
Thank you. Now, it does not take long to receive a response back.
It's just a giant printed middle finger.
Well, it's the words, but it's the message is very clear.
Yeah.
Please envision a giant printed middle finger, and thank you.
On that green and white alternating stripe.
With the addendum at the bottom that when Krinikon is done killing your fighter, that you will be next.
Yes, yes.
I wanted to go to Krinikon. Hotels are so expensive.
Yeah.
It's played out now.
It is.
Yeah. Plus, Dragonlance just isn't as popular as it used to
And
be.
I don't want to work a booth. I just don't want to work a booth.
Rails.
They don't have any.
I really missed him. I'm just going to say.
We all
really missed him.
They don't have any rails. They don't.
That's true.
The rail is a dot to us. That's a friend's
Except for
joke.
rails are
Ask your
pretty.
parents.
That was actually good.
Yeah.
So he said yes?
There was definitely a response right away. Within the hour, there is a response. And word spreads throughout the city very rapidly as a challenge for one of the 16 spots. It is a rather big deal.
The sunshine and the
He looks
storm.
like Brock Lesnar.
Now, the challenge arena, while not as grand as the grand arena, does seat 100,000 people. And every seat will be full when this fight happens.
Of people?
Oh, yes.
Okay, good.
Wait, so there are 100,000 people,
The
and
last challenge, no.
one of them is living off of canned bread.
Oh, no, there are active
Oh, it's
gates.
just
People
us.
travel through.
us.
Yes. Yes, just you eating the
Remember
canned
when we
bread.
found the real bread?
I do.
What are you in a North
I
Dakota
don't.
Piggly Wiggly?
Yes, that's what our lives have been like.
They've been
Canned bread
living
is
off
good.
canned bread.
Canned bread is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
One of you should send canned bread to the studio. I will eat it on screen next week
It's
if
so
you do.
good though. It's
Oh
got
my
raisins.
Aren't you not
God.
going to be here next week?
No, I'll eat it.
I'm missing rehearsal for it.
I'm gonna go get canned bread after this. Don't even bother sending it. Well, send it too. I want more canned bread. Let's just.
Canned bread.
The city in
What do you
general
need?
I
has
actually didn't
become
believe that canned bread
much,
existed.
much more
Okay,
active.
sorry.
With the grand tournament about to take place, hundreds of thousands of people are arriving. Once it is open, 1 million people will physically attend the grand tournament, while more than 6 trillion will watch simulcasts.
Jeez.
How often does the grand tournament happen?
There isn't really a set timeline so much,
But like when one of the main dudes gets challenged, the tournament starts basically.
Antonius Basileus declares when these tournaments begin, but there are usually a period of about 10 years before any grand tournament occurs.
So whenever Tony's feeling peckish. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I like that you called him Tony. Like, hey, screw you.
Now I
Call him
picture him
Tony.
talking like Tony
Tony.
Danza all the time.
Oh, I went Tony the Tiger.
Oh, I'm going to eat all of these meta pilots.
Hey! I just love the thought that every metapilot is Angela.
Wyatt. Rosie.
Samantha!
Jenica.
Oh, that one works really well.
So, end of the tournament.
How many pages of your notes have we gotten through, James?
Almost 2 paragraphs.
You almost made it through 2 paragraphs so far. You're doing great. Absolutely great.
Tell me about rails.
I'm what's known in chemistry as a catalyst. So
Funny you should mention that.
I'm not really good at anything, but I can stir.
We'll get to that later.
Train? Did
Train.
anybody hear anything?
It's one of my new superpowers.
Pax, that's why we're all stalling, is because we are in fear for our lives. But if we just keep talking, and we're just in this beginning segment, none of us have to fear for our lives.
Don't drink when there's a train. That's worse than
Oh, it's on the
the
bingo.
Dorcas
It's on
Rising
the bingo.
drinking game.
Nothing is worse than that.
No.
Now, the challenge arena works much differently than the tournaments that you've been to previously, as there's only going to be the one match. They tend to play it up quite a bit. Both of the owners will be placed in a box together with none of their bodyguards present.
Oh.
What? No.
Why? I think you
Why?
got two badasses who have something to say about that.
You're going to have to stay outside the hallway, or we can try and fight your way in and just let's get it over with now. Shall we?
No.
Two owners
this is
nude in a
important.
box?
No?
Important for Crash.
Okay.
Yep.
I might have read more into that.
But like,
In
we still have our
addition,
earpiece.
when you arrive there, you are taken directly to a lower room where you are hosed down, stripped down.
Oh, nice. You're going in a tank.
I ignored it, Larry.
You are examined by a strange team of beings and doctors who do a variety of analysis through machines. Through this process, it keeps coming up, Metaverse origin unknown. And this frustrates them a great deal. Over 4 total scans are done, and it continually shows up, Metaverse origin unknown.
Don't like it.
Finally, extraordinarily frustrated, one of them directly asks you, and this whole time they've all ignored you, more like you're an animal than a person. Where are you from?
Well, originally, I think I was born in Georgia.
Yeah. A short period of time later, they decide that this frustration is something they will pass on, and unknown is listed on your docket. This does spread.
That's
quite
good for a
some
wrestler.
concern.
That's mysterious.
Yeah, I'm from parts unknown.
Eventually, they finish up and send you to a wardrobe room where a very fussy, 3-foot-tall blue-furred being takes your measurements and continually digs around trying to find some kind of an outfit to match your skin tone. Completely upset about your lack of multiple appendages,
I'm in auto.
the color of your skin, the fact that you only have hair in certain places. It's really annoying for this designer. But eventually, they settle on a sort of blue and white-esque outfit that you find rather horrible.
Blue and white?
Does not.
Yeah.
Like, what is it, though?
It's kind of like a funky jumpsuit, and it fits weird. How kind of has the leotard top to it, and you feel like you should be in a dance number, maybe, rather than fighting in it.
Do we still have earpieces?
Absolutely, you do.
Guys, this is dumb.
Hey, Crash.
Yeah, I'm just pissed that he's stealing my fucking Deviant without like giving me any credit for this.
Hey,
Write your
Crash.
own shit.
What?
Do you want to look different?
Are you kidding me? Look at what I'm wearing.
Okay, tell me exactly what you want to wear.
I don't know.
When I think of it, tell me.
I want to look cool.
Oh my god, please come
Two
up with your version of
Gucci
cool.
trousers and
Are you gonna let
rubbery
Rosie
top.
come up with her version of cool? Because I'm about to turn this page over and start drawing.
I want to look like a cool guy.
It's made on a
Chaps.
Scottish loom.
Oh,
Chaps.
chaps. You're the eternal
Chaps.
sunshine, right?
I'm a fighter.
But if their asses chaps would be the eternal
Eternal
moon.
moonshine, you.
And you can't show my butt. I'm just making that rule right now.
Put them on backwards.
No butt.
It seemed important to include that. For
This
some
one,
reason.
this just has a lot of shirt to it, and it's all one piece. So when I raise my arm above my head, it's gonna hurt my balls.
He's not wrong.
How am I supposed to raise my arm in victory when
Oh, don't worry.
it's just gonna, it's gonna punch me out? Everybody's gonna see.
Well, a bulge was very fashionable, David Bowie.
Yeah, I know, but I don't need the whole place knowing what religion I am. So
Crash.
That is
There
a
are
misnomer anyway.
Would you like?
Thank you.
Would you like?
I know.
Thanks to 70s America.
I was born in the 70s. I totally get it. You know.
Would you like jeans or like just like leather pants or like what kind of pants? do
Ooh,
you
leather's
or
pretty
like
badass.
shorts.
I've never worn leather before.
Ooh, maybe we shouldn't start there then.
What about a kilt?
I want leather. That sounds
Like
awesome.
Rowdy Roddy.
Wait, what?
I think if you do a leather kilt though, it's more like Ruddy Rodney Pipe. So
I think definitely shorts then.
yeah. Okay.
James regrets his life choices.
Only in regards to us.
Juicy, yes.
Oh God, no.
Just shorts that just say
Okay, give me-
sunshine on the back. What else do you
Right,
need?
no, but I
What are
have-
those like
Done.
the Totenhosen or whatever? The pants made out of the bottom of a dead guy?
Oh.
That'd be kind of cool.
Big
It
You
wouldn't
gotta
be
wear
your
a
junk.
skin suit? You're gonna wear a skin suit?
They've got me
Of
in
all
a-
the people,
They've
who
basically
shouldn't be
got me
shaming
in
you
a
for wearing
skin
a
suit. If somebody would have like killed a Power Ranger and put out their skin on me, that's what I look like right now.
Those are costumes. They come off.
Oh, they do?
No.
I thought those were their skin.
Their skin. So an infinity suit.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
That sounds like what I'm wearing.
Well, then it wouldn't. If you raise your hands up, it wouldn't.
So it
suffocate
stretches
the
like
boys.
yeah,
It stretches with you.
like a Mrs. Incredible
This
slash.
move's fine. It'll be fine.
Elastigirl. Yeah.
In this episode of Metaverse, the gang worries about fashion.
I know.
Hey, Hey, it is important.
Thank you. Thank you.
Look good, feel good,
Also-
fight good.
If you wouldn't have brought in the little blue guy, none of this would have ever happened.
That's true. I am using.
If you went back and,
I'm
and
using
fucked
It's
with the
always
gang,
sunny
get
in
your ass.
Coliseum.
I am using sorcery, and I would like to make
Your gang
crash.
gets
Or
fashionable.
do you want shorts, Crash, so you can move really well, or do you want pants?
Shorts.
Okay, shorts that say
Lederhosen.
sunshine on the butt. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and then maybe like the wrestler cutoff T-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And every time he makes contact, it glows. His ass. It's the sunshine glows on his butt every time.
Don't tell me about that.
Oh yeah.
Right? Are we in? I mean, I think.
Every time there's glute
Is it
activation,
any kind
it
of
glows.
incendiary glow? I'm for safety later.
That's any kick,
I'm
squat, lift.
That is a 6. I beat my sorcery
By-
by plenty. I beat it by an 8.
Fair enough.
Should have had a D8.
You're gonna look great.
Now,
when you
what's
walk
the
in
little
that ring.
blue guy say about this?
He has already departed by this time.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Look, little blue
I'm so
guy is
surprised.
gonna get like.
Wise.
Sunshine's gonna walk out and be like, "You did such a good job," and he's gonna be like, There we go.
So thanks, I tried really hard.
Maggie, would you mind getting me more hot water for my tea?
Oh
please?
God,
Thank
yes.
you.
Okay,
I'm
hold on.
anywhere.
Sorry, I should offer
It'll
to
get
you
you
that.
away
I'm
from
not
the
actually
table
doing
before
it.
you do any more fashion things.
No, I'm like so like close.
Are you sure?
Yeah. No, I got it. Look,
Okay.
Oh,
I'll do it next time. I'm on the edge.
I'm just being punished. It's fine.
I'm an unexpected variable.
Meanwhile, up in the owner's box, you are finally formally introduced to the owner of Criticon, one Jordan Cabot. And he is
Sounds about
even more disgusting in person than he was in his writing to you.
Oh, I got it from the table. It's a bingo square.
Please greet him by your name.
I've gotten up several times. Is it like specifically for you?
No.
I was gonna say.
And like yourself, his bodyguards are forced to remain out in the hallway, where they are uncomfortably staring each other down.
Sup?
I'm not uncomfortable.
Dance
I
off,
revel
dance
in it.
off, dance off.
I would say it's delightful to meet you, but well, let's just forego that, shall we?
I'm dressed like a 10-hour
enjoy
Yule
killing
log
you
loop
later.
on YouTube.
I'm
I don't have
enjoying
any,
your disappointment
any
already.
shame.
Oh, here I thought it was a Guy Fieri tribute.
I said I have no shame, not I'm a monster. Guy Fieri wears tacky polo shirts.
I have a question.
This is a
Do
good.
we have those bodyguard suits
Oh,
still?
yes.
Because I know those got obliterated at one point.
There's
but
quite a
do we-
few spares.
Okay, so we have the suits with the
We
helmets.
killed a
and the
lot of
bodies
those
and-
guys.
Yeah, so we're wearing those suits again. So our
Absolutely.
faces are covered and everything.
Very
so-
important that they are, yes.
And the other
God,
bodyguards, are
Not,
they as armored?
Who's
they
Leia?
are
Who's
in more
Leia?
20th century looking stuff. You know, you're in more sci-fi, fancier gear.
Yeah.
There seems to be a little bit lower in technology, and rather than like the fancy plasma weapons you're carrying, they have like standard ballistic rifles like you used to seeing back home.
Yeah. Okay.
Their tech level is substantially lower.
Looking at their guns, can I identify? Because I know I've got that ability that the weapons encyclopedia.
You absolutely-
Can I like visually?
You don't recognize
them
the
down?
manufacturer, but they're essentially
Kinda do that.
AR-15 knockoffs.
I was more loving that.
Okay.
Gordon.
Yeah,
pulled
very
out his
standard.
armors.
The what?
You
Gordon
doubt
Ramsay
they have the
armors.
capability of harming you in that armor.
Right. Are they hiding any things like they? Or
They
is
are very
everything,
openly
like,
wearing their weapons.
Okay. So
It's like
ocular
Texas
pat
Walmart.
down. There's
Yeah.
no like knives. in the
It's kind of like a
boots or-
Texas Walmart. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can
cool.
see all the guns because they want you to see all the guns.
Yeah.
That's the
And I can see
deterrent.
their eyes.
See?
like
You
their
should've worn the
guts
tight
right
shorts.
here.
They don't have the fancy.
Not even sunglasses.
Whereas you look like Mandalorian badasses.
Yeah.
Basically,
Okay.
Yeah.
the only
Sup,
advantage they
bros?
have
I
is
mean-
that there's a dozen of them in the hallway to the two of you.
Oh, there's a dozen.
Yes.
Got it.
It's only a Zeus beard because I appeared as a swan and then gave someone a golden shower.
Interestingly. Never mind. You
I
probably don't
might
need
have
to
read.
You
I might have
missed
read
it
that.
You
wrong.
missed a lot.
You missed
You
a
missed
lot.
I might have purposefully kept him in the dark on a few things. Yes.
I just get
I'm in
done.
Plato's cave of stupid.
I'm bonded to Zeus.
I guess you're the recipient.
You're welcome.
It's two of us
That
against
makes you
12 of them.
closer.
Yeah, and as I said,
By the
you
hair.
doubt that their weapons can even hurt you. Matt.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So
They're more of a show of force than anything else.
why
Unit tour force.
why does you guys need so many people outside?
Oh.
I mean, like, I got leads too. Just saying.
They're just talking, low-keying it up.
Just talking some
Causing
shit.
some mischief.
Can my mask like vocalize my breathing like Darth Vader? Do it.
Yeah,
If
just
you want to breathe really
just
heavily,
breathe and just activate the microphone.
So,
Yeah, I got a microphone that's just letting them know my breathing. I'm just breathing.
so, I mean, like, this is like the no talking
Someone gives
zone.
you a card for a sleep center. You have apnea.
Is there at least like a TV to watch the fights? I mean, come on.
meanwhile, across town, Andy James,
Yes, sir.
you are making your way towards the 11th tower, home of one Brony Robbins.
I'm so excited.
Coming over?
Yes.
Now, access to these
I can
towers
tell them.
is ridiculously strict, with a variety of robotic security and all sorts of things on the ground floor, making that less of an access route. But you believe that you might be able to find a higher approach.
I'm assuming the ground floor is inaccessible mostly because of all Dorito bags and Mountain Dew cans, but
That's what gave you your like muscles at 6 months?
oh, Brony, not me. Yeah. No, he did 6-minute abs.
Better than 5.
Turns out it's
Did he have like little ab roller, that thing?
Mhm.
Yeah. Wow.
7 little chipmunks.
It was just Jane Fonda all day, all night.
Well,
Basically, he got a
could
six-pack
lose an
opposing
awful lot of
Vietnam,
liquid
so-
from Jane Fonda all day, all night. That's all I gotta say. All right. It's so good to have you.
There's just Swift boat commercials running on the TV. Remember that? No.
See, I'm the Bowflex generation.
That's after Swift boats. That was Carrie, right? Yeah. Oh, I'm sad.
I'd like to look around my my surroundings and see what my options are, since the ground
I'll take a
floor is
covert
covered in-
operations roll from you.
Yes.
James.
I'm so sorry.
Guys, this is roll 2. This is the second roll of the night.
No, he rolled once.
This is
Oh.
not something to brag about.
I'm gonna read this way.
Gonna be. You think that you could probably get access to the 5th floor from a nearby building? I mean, a normal person could, but you can do things a normal person can't.
Right, is it like a running jump situation?
Yeah, you're gonna have
is
to make
it
some-
like squirreling across a laundry line? Like
Can
Both
you see
of them together.
Okay.
both of them together?
You're going to have to do both things to get close enough, and then make a leap once you've squirreled across that laundry line.
Boy,
Which
I
isn't
hope-
a laundry line.
I hope you've
it's
been
an
playing Fallen
electrical
Order, otherwise you're in trouble.
It's true.
Okay, alright. So, parkour. I am going to do... Sorry.
There was something you have there that you wanted to speak up about? over
Yeah,
there?
I would. I'm going to use my power of parkour. You have to do that.
You do.
You do.
You really
It's true.
do. Thank you there. And I am going
then
to...
like right before you hit the window, translocate through it. 'Cause
Yeah.
That would be just wicked awesome.
That would be wicked awesome. Hey, look, I have that.
Kitty Pryde
Um,
cometh before the fall.
Oh, actually,
I
it's
can
not a
train
bad
animals.
fucking idea. No, all right.
I can punch.
Cool.
Yeah,
So
whatever.
I'm going to squirrel my way
Mm-hmm.
to the, I assume, middle of this electric cord, and I'm going to start bouncing. Going to slingshot my way up. That's the plan. And then probably like catch on to finger holds about yay big because I'm that cool.
Oh, yeah.
You actually are that.
American Ninja Warrior style.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll just be like,
Hey,
and
Ezio?
then
Are
like,
you,
they're
I
like,
was gonna say, are you Francis Drake's?
She's Ezio with Nightcrawler's powers.
Mm.
It's the worst.
Ezio.
That's not a
I
bad
went to
reference,
school.
honestly.
so what are we rolling on that?
I'm going to want
And
a
I
covert
picked Ezio over
operations
the
roll.
other
I'm going to need a
assassins because,
translocation
you know,
magic roll.
because he gets all the
Okay.
checks.
And then because you have
Did I use
parkour master,
translocation?
I'm going to need
I
a
was
roll
joking
against a
about
score
that.
of 20 on parkour.
Oh, okay.
Necrotatory.
Sure. Alright, yeah. So spy stuff, I'm gonna beat that by
Wow.
15.
Jesus.
Yep. Alright.
There is one critical success.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. What am I rolling against stacks? Because that changes how cool this is. Pretty drastic.
You had to roll against a parkour roll of 20, so 20 is your parkour score.
That's fine.
And then you're going to need a
I'm gonna beat that by
translocation roll
9.
to get through that window once you get there.
So that's you only beat the translocation roll by 1.
No. I decided that was going to be my parkour roll.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. And cool. So translocation, yes, I only beat by 1.
That is still good enough to do it. In addition to being able to roll against it, you also have a neat little ability if you look up at the top there related to translocation to give you a moment to look over that sheet so you can see it.
Teleport is a free action on your turn up to 10 feet within sight. Oh, okay, so I didn't
And you
really
can,
need
in
to do
fact,
that
see
thing.
through the window.
I sure can.
You have made
Thank
yourself
goodness for window washers.
up
That's all I
to
have
the
to say.
5th floor of this building. You know that there's at least 20 more floors before you would reach where he might be.
Wait, did you say one of her skills was looking through windows?
Yeah, it's right on her sheet. Looking through windows, 16.
Oh, no. Failed my looking through windows.
She's
check.
really only a good superhero in New York during the holidays.
Nice try. Teleport to any location. As long as she can see the location
Oh,
she's
on the
going
other
to.
side. Got it.
Right, so the
Got
fact
it.
that she can see through the window is important.
Okay, got it. I was confused for a second.
It's all good.
Just like Vince Chlorophyll at Tavern on the Green.
I mean, what is stopping me from just like peeking up through each window to get up
Absolutely nothing.
Great, let's do it.
You should also do that thing when you're climbing where you just pull yourself up really hard and then catch the next level.
Oh yeah.
But
Like that thing you can't do.
Like that thing is not real, but do it anyway.
I believe you
They're
have
I have an
muscle-ups.
athletics of 18.
I know,
They're
you also have
muscle-ups.
something else that could
Right.
associate with that. You are much stronger than the average individual.
Oh
so,
yeah, so I could just rocket myself up, really.
Yeah,
Yep.
super easy.
I mean, how much can you lift over
That's,
there?
Rather a lot more than I weigh. A ton.
1 ton? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's substantially
slightly.
more than your
you
body
can
weight.
definitely do the hand over hand any way you
Oh
want
my god,
to do
I've
it.
always
If you know
wanted to
it-
be able to climb a rope.
I've always, like,
Oh! Oh.
yeah,
Okay.
not a pole.
I mean, oh.
How tight can you make pants?
Let me show you.
We are living in a mushroom village.
Okay.
Will you give me some athletics rolls over there for the climb, please?
Yes. Yeah, cool. So beat that by 5.
1 down, I need 4 more.
Okay.
You are.
All right, cool. Beat that
It
by
looks
10.
like you have makeup on now.
That is a critical success that counts for 2, so I need 1 more.
And
Thank you, sweetie.
neat. Beat that by 6.
Alright, you make your way up floor after floor, just launching yourself up, peeking through windows.
Right,
Just
you
like
need-
There
a
are a
radioactive
lot-
squirrel.
There are a lot of simply empty rooms. Just empty rooms. After
Finally
empty
squirrel
room,
girl.
after empty room, after empty room.
Okay, can we just talk about how there's a housing crisis and this bastard has empty rooms?
Absolutely.
It's
you
empty
can.
floors.
He's
Whole empty floors where people could have entire entourages if they wished.
Good lord. Can we talk about
And they're
late-stage
just
capitalism?
empty.
No.
Not even furnished. Just empty. Completely unused and useless.
That's about as furnished as it gets with me.
And then
It's
finally,
on my
you get to the
heart.
25th floor. And looking through the window, you can in fact see. I mean, he's very changed since the last time you saw him in person. He's ridiculously in good shape. Just obscenely good shape.
He's the
There's
rock.
no guards of any sort in
I'm
here.
sorry, he's the
And
rock and has a beard?
He's
I cannot.
in the midst of what looks like some ridiculously complicated martial arts cup.
Not 5-minute ads. He's not
Meanwhile,
doing
back in the
5
arena.
ads in there.
Essentially Kratos, but with a full head of hair.
Jesus.
So.
At this point, they have announced the
And no
fight.
kid, no kid, no kid.
They've shown multiple videos of these contenders, and in this time, you've gotten to see some of Krimikon's highlights. The guy flies around, controls weather, and likes to hit things with lightning a lot.
Oh.
There are a lot of lovely shots of him completely disintegrating opponents with massive bolts of lightning.
Say what you will of Antonius, he does his homework.
And so Krentakan makes his entrance first, being the one that is challenged. And he is accompanied by howling winds and claps of thunder and flies a complete circuit around the arena. And as he's doing so, lightning bolts land behind him in a circle.
Gosh, we're all very impressed.
He's
down here.
oiled up and bare-chested, looks particularly proud of himself. Really long hair tied back in a ridiculous ponytail.
Grab it, cut it, that thing's gone.
Right?
James, I have a very important question for you. Have you already decided your description for Crash's entrance? Because if not, I know exactly what's happening.
The blinks.
Well,
are
you have the magic
sending you
to
Morse
take
code.
over if that's.
I know. I'm trying to be polite and say if you've already decided what you want this to be, and would not let
Why
me.
would you start being polite now?
Great.
I'm gonna move back.
I found yet another chance to interrupt you, and so.
I'm just saying, it'd be really cool if all the lights went out.
Completely bare-chested, oiled up, really fancy-looking gold armbands with all kinds of engraving on them. He looks very sure of himself as he flies around his circuit, completely confident. Finally landing, the crowd going wild and cheering for him. He is obviously a favorite.
Should you microphone any of what you saw of his tricks to Crash, like to let him know? Because he's got an earpiece, right? Like telling him the highlights that you saw and what he could do.
And they
If he
didn't
wants
find
to.
it when he was strip searched and hosed down. The blue guy did not do his job.
I mean, is that gonna because it's lightning? It's something that he's familiar with.
He's real fond of lightning.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
Crash,
I'll try and make it last 10 seconds.
Crash, standing at the entrance gate, the roar of the crowd, even in here, is absolutely deafening. You can hear screams, boos, jeers, shouts in thousands of languages, and it's so loud. Louder than gunshots next to your head loud. There are so many people out there.
That
Yeah.
sucks.
That's super sucks.
But
It is
that's okay.
really uncomfortable for you.
I'm okay. I was prepared for this. I pop in my earbuds, flip on the Chuck Mangione, and yeah.
So what? Tell me about this. What you were going to do over here?
I don't want to
I'm
interrupt
curious. No. Do it.
And it better be Chuck Mangione.
Well, that's clearly the song that's playing, I guess.
No, that's just so that because it relaxes me.
Oh, okay. I just thought it should go to pitch black, and then all of a sudden, boom, sunshine is like you're there and you're glowing.
Sunshine's coming out of his ass.
No, not his ass.
What's his sunshine?
So basically, you want Bobby Roode's entrance.
Okay,
right?
probably, yeah, pretty much. But then, like with a million pyrotechnics just exploding everywhere, it looks fantastic, right?
Well, let's see if you can pull it off.
This is
For
both
the people who
expensive and
are no longer
environmentally irresponsible.
blinded.
I love it.
We're not gonna get that Toon Son, like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, the one that's in the sky singing.
Oh, that would be pretty good.
That hits right on my sorcery, which I thank you Patreon. I'm going to use my Patreon buff for this.
Or if you want to say that, I can give you +4.
You can?
It says once per session.
Oh, save that for when we're actually doing more things.
You gotta do
It's per session. It's not per game, right?
But they can only use it once.
You'll use it tonight, and if it's used up tonight, it's used up till next time you're here.
I mean, how important?
I'll use my Patreon. It's fine.
Got it.
All right.
So I beat it.
By 5.
Yes.
That is more than enough to not completely black everything out because that is a really huge.
Oh,
area
of course it is.
But you dim the lights, which causes a brief panic in the
Yeah.
technical crew, who scrambles around trying to restore the lights.
And then timed with the music, like, boom, looks great. Pyrotechnics go out.
So what song is it?
I don't know, whatever.
Tell me,
I don't
what
know.
is it? You took over. No, I gotta hear it now. You took over.
Have something.
My only sunshine.
No,
But like a
Steal
heavy
My
metal
Sunshine by
version
Len.
of that.
no. I think I would like to go with what was given
Black Hole
earlier.
Sun.
We are going to start. We're going to start with "Here Comes the Sun," which will start normally for the first verse, and then it's going to go in like the coolest heavy metal version you've ever heard of that song ever.
I have never heard of
Heavy
it.
metal version, so that's not a high
You need to
bar.
work on that.
That's not a high bar to beat there.
Oh, yeah. Bubblegum parachute flex.
So you begin with a musical track that no one in this arena has ever heard in their entire life.
and
Most
they
of them don't even
love
understand
it.
the language.
They're
Oh,
losing
good
their
luck.
minds.
Not so much. There are lots of boos as he
That's okay.
appears.
The other guy's the favorite.
No
Good
event
the
is
favorite.
good without booze.
In fact, it's pretty much
I look up at you and go,
universally
No.
thanks?
I don't even know if I can see you.
And when
You
the lights
paid
come
no
back
one to
up
see
and
it.
you
You
can
should
see
probably
again,
use it.
he's standing across
For your
you,
back.
and he has the most vile grin on his face that gives you kind of a flashback to a long time. It's the same kind of look Cole would give you before he would toughen you up.
Hello, my name is Crash Jackson. I'm gonna kick your butt.
Up in the owner's box, out of nowhere, Lady Gwen just appears, as she is prone to do. Boys, she says, as she helps herself to the bar. Just thought I'd let you know the boss is watching. Don't disappoint him. Kicks her feet up on a chair.
I do have some news to share after this has been resolved.
That's good, because if you didn't, I was going to kill you.
I figured.
Gosh, she's just a bundle of laughs, isn't she?
Mm-hmm. Crash down in the arena. Let's do some initiative.
I relent.
Crash is choosing to not act.
Yep, I'm.
Excellent. Immediately, he brings down the most massive bolt of lightning. It is so bright and so powerful that almost everyone watching can't see for a second from that flash of light.
All right.
And it probably burned out some of the cameras trying to record this in the process.
Take that,
Who's
Comcast.
picking on the cameras?
That
It's
is
a contract. I guarantee
300 points of
that's some
electrical
other
damage.
dude's- It's gonna come out of that guy's back.
How much damage was that?
300 points of electrical damage.
Ah!
Electrical damage, does that do anything to you though?
Well, ask the electoral college.
And as your vision starts to adjust and you can see again,
Yes.
Crash is still standing
Oh, yeah,
there.
look at that.
Some of that outfit, because you imagine on, is totally untouched. But you can see parts of him smoking and smoldering from where the actual outfit that he's wearing under it has been burnt to a crisp. But no one can see that.
Right.
I bet your butt's glowing pretty nice right now.
Hey, Tempest. Want to know a secret? I'm naked right now. That's my action for the round.
Up on the tower, you are peering in, seeing Brony just finish this ridiculously complicated martial arts cut. And his form is perfect. Like you could put it in a textbook.
Like I could go up to him with a textbook and slap it, and he'd just be like a squat. Like a,
Now, like the pictures of it, you could go into a textbook for exactly how to
liked
do this.
the idea
Perfect.
of pressed fairies, but that's fine. Before he finishes, though, I would like to attempt to do the last few moves with him. You know, since
Give me some translocation magic.
yeah, absolutely. I just figure, you know, we've always been good buds, right? And we've always ripped on each other's weirdness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I
Appearing out
am
of
right
nowhere.
now.
Not gonna terrify him at all.
Oh yeah, that's
At the top of a tower. Yeah, totally normal.
That was not successful.
It takes you a minute to get your bearings back when you teleport through. Out of nowhere, there's Andy James kind of on one knee, standing in front of you, interrupting your kata rather rudely.
Nothing if not rude,
Bro,
bro.
you fucked up my sick gains. What's up?
I thought I'd drop in and say hello.
Can you smell what's in my kitchen? Because it's disgusting. Living alone is bad for me. It's bad. It's very bad.
Well, thankfully I'm here.
Why
I
are
did
you
not,
here?
not to clean your kitchen.
Okay, that's probably wise.
Yeah, I wanted to see how you.
Mr. Munson, who is that?
Oh, do I not recognize Andy James?
Oh, you recognize Andy James. But,
Well, then
someone
it's
else
Andy James.
does.
You even said the words. What?
Wait, there's somebody else in the room.
Oh,
You didn't say there's somebody
I
else in
didn't know
the
there was
room.
someone else in the room. Who's in the
No,
room?
someone else in your head.
In my head. Whomst?
Oh, Artos. He's always good.
Oh, it's Artos. I should have read the second paragraph of the thing you sent me. And Artos feels about you like,
Wants to know who you are.
who the hell are you?
Why are you here?
I'm all your dreams come true.
You're not me naked in third grade giving a speech?
Is she already
Maybe
killed
you are. Are you here to kill me? Is she? Are you? Is she?
No, I don't
Are you?
know. I don't think
She's
so.
your friend, or person, or thing, or whatever it is.
Look at me and think about the word you just said. Friend?
Yeah, you're right.
Why are you here?
It's just,
I was happier before I knew I wasn't. Why are you here?
I was just gonna chat with you. Really, I didn't know you had a. Well, I did know you had somebody writing on. I just didn't know.
Let me put a pot of Mountain Dew on.
My God, the hospitality is astonishing. I just wanted to see what you've been
You
up to.
can't spell inhospitable without hospitable.
Just wanted to see what you've been up to. You know, I just figured. Well, could I get your
PX99.
autograph?
Lots of PX99.
PX99.
Yeah.
99. Okay.
Yeah, bro, you should try it. It's sick. And I also get a kickback if you drop my name and order it.
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh, cool.
Also, you good for candles? Because I got this other business.
No, but I really could use lipstick that stays on forever.
Probably
It needs to
should
be
use some
removed with
here.
rubbing alcohol. So. No? Okay.
Yeah, the only thing I remove with rubbing alcohol is inhibitions.
This close to him, you can see that he is clearly bonded to an avatar, but you can't really tell much about the avatar. It kind of has a very dark shadow about it.
So where did? Oh Jesus! Where? What have you been up to, friend? I will say friend. I think we were friends.
It's one of those venges. Revenge.
Revenge. You've been up to revenge.
Been up to revenge. Business is pretty good.
Oh, okay. Is it? I mean, if you're serving up revenge, are you serving it up cold?
I mean, it depends. You know,
Oh, okay.
Sometimes you eat revenge. I know it's a common thing. It's not gazpacho. You can serve it however you like.
Okay. I appreciate
I served
that.
gazpacho out the first game. I switched to Vicious Walk, didn't help. Jeez.
Okay.
These puns are super.
I like it. Are you able to talk? Are you able to? I'm in the worst spot.
It's going to be a problem.
I don't know if she has the ability to be a problem at this point.
That's good.
Something feels familiar.
Do you even know who I am?
Good way.
Do
Are you a protein bar?
No, but I'm one hell of a snack. Hey.
Yeah, she's cool. I probably don't know who she is. You're gonna have to help me out here because I really didn't get the second half of that. Because you said, "Don't worry about it. It's better you don't."
Does he not recognize me?
You
Recognize him.
I recognize her.
But you don't know who I
You've been
am.
busy, and she shouldn't be here.
Yeah, why are you here?
Oh,
I mean, as far as you know, she's still locked up in prison.
well.
Well, I mean, I definitely can figure out for myself. I can puzzle that one out. I mean, she's here. Unless she's a projection.
I could be a projection.
Nope.
It hurts when he hit just a little, almost knocks you on your butt.
Sorry, I didn't mean to finger you so hard. So she's real. She's not in prison. I'm very confused.
As am I.
I'm kind of angry. I haven't blown out my lats in like days. So what do you need? What do you need? What do you need? What do you need?
I wanted
My
to.
head's very heavy. I'm kind of.
That's probably why your neck is so thick now.
It's like I'm choking on a pack of hot dogs. Which I might be. You don't know.
It's not Saturday.
Wash them
Hot
bitches
dogs.
back with some warm
Hot
Mountain Dew.
dogs.
Oh.
I know, for you Wednesday.
You ever had boiled Mountain Dew? It's. I haven't either. But it seems like something we should try.
It's not good.
Mountain Dew. There's a song. Ask your parents. I just think everybody should get their parents' permission before anything. Sorry, orphans.
Somebody call a barista, because that shit got dark.
Oh.
I should not be laughing. Oh,
Brody Roberts, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god.
You think I said I wasn't coming back? Ooh. I don't know who you are, but I do. And I think I missed her too. Did I? It seems like a thing. What do you need? Why are you here?
Do you want food?
Yeah, I've already offered Mountain Dew. I don't know any other social graces.
That is something you do notice right away about this whole setup. Is there's real food here, fruit, like actual food.
Gummy.
The whole place is extremely well decorated and has a variety of food available of all kinds. Very decadent.
It's the ninja.
Hashtag brony buff for absolutely owning the table.
Thank you.
Oh yes, thank you, Merc.
Well, I'll tell you what. I can probably cook, right? That seems like something being single for you.
This seems really weird for you to be cooking, but by all means.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna make us a meal, all right? And we're just gonna sit down, all right? And we're gonna jog that little memory of yours. Wait, no, there we go.
That actually kind of hurt.
Decently so. She's so really strong, which doesn't track with what you remember.
We're gonna talk about that.
I mean, it tracks a little bit with what I remember. All right. Yeah, we're gonna talk.
We're gonna talk about that.
We're gonna talk about
that passenger you've got riding in your head right now.
Flash to the arena. You're still smoking. Oh. And the vile-looking grin and the nice confident look has sort of slipped from his face. He was obviously expecting there to not be anything left there after that lightning bolt.
Don't worry, man. I'm pretty sure the next one will do it.
Do it.
And again, one of these bolts of lightning comes down from the sky. This one, it actually looks like it's taking him some effort this second time around. He's got beads of sweat on his forehead.
Hasn't been 20 minutes.
Yeah, hasn't been 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And again, almost everyone is blinded from how much this thing lights up the entire arena. And again,
This time my eyes are literally glowing with lightning. Like you actually did that again. That is the part that I can't believe.
And when the lightning fades, again, Crash is still just standing there, unmoving.
Oh my god, I can't believe you did that again.
But from here you can see there's like electricity is going up and down his limbs and around his eyes, and
Let's go, sunshine.
but not a single thing. That's another 300 points of electrical damage.
Ouch. Okay, well. All right, my friend.
They need to appreciate that because that was completely
It would be
unplanned.
yours unless you're
That
going
was
to
actually
continue
pretty cool.
holding your action.
No, I think this is good. I line him up.
You look beautiful. You look beautiful. Give a little more to the camera.
Right there. Okay. Waffle ability. I'm going to turn him to stone.
Whoa!
Using the power of Zeus. He can do that.
It's Zeus.
I'll take a power usage roll.
I would hope so.
Thank you. That's from last week, right?
I don't have to turn it all. I have 2 left over that I hadn't used.
Woo!
So.
He's been saving these up.
Thank you, Chad.
Almost like he had a reason for them.
Thank you, Chad.
Little Miss Sunshine gets opponent hard in the ring. Film at
And it's
11.
gonna be like the sunbeam comes down and like like a troll in the sun kind of.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Just like that song.
We'll
When-
start the wave for you for your support.
Like a troll in the sun.
Beat it by 9.
Try.
That is enough. No one of the guards in the hallway joins in on your wave, and it's only a 2-person wave.
Well, that's fine. We're still gonna do it.
So I just like point up at the ceiling. Sun appears. Wah!
He is frozen completely solid. Even the little sweat beads are part of the statue. It is so perfect.
Nice.
Oh, sunshine. Some of your best work.
No. Then I go up for my second action. I go up, pull out my phone, do the selfie, right as I bring up the fist to smash the statue.
Oh,
I'll take a fighting
She's got an
roll on that
Instagram.
one.
Nice, yeah.
like.
Is it technically 2 actions because of the selfie?
Technically 2 actions because of the selfie, but because he is...
I rolled a 4.
Because he's a solid object at the moment, he doesn't have his dodge bonus.
A 4 and an 8. So...
Those are both critical successes.
Yes.
Obviously Marvel. He's got the Marvel Madness.
I am old enough for that.
Hey, it's fun. Bad music on Genesis, though.
And where there was once a stone statue, there's more of a pile of broken rock and sand. Bits of it scattered more than 100 feet across the arena from it. Yes.
Should you pick up the ashes and put in a lobby?
And the entire crowd just
And then
falls
turn it
dead
back.
silent for about a third of a second.
Oh.
And then the roar is just huge.
He took the
And all the little hollow screens start replaying it.
And then I, then I fly around the arena doing lightning bolts exactly the same way he did.
Yes. I just want to sit in the hallway. I just silent, just.
Hey, by the way, good fight, bud. It's a tough match. These things can happen to anybody. Please clear out all of your shit post haste, because we will be coming after you.
In that moment that you turn to look at him, you get that prickly feeling you get in the back of your neck when someone is trying to shank you.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So rather than getting a surprise attack against you, we will roll initiative. You see, he's going to try to stab you to death.
Yep. Ooh. That's gonna go.
Meanwhile,
good.
out in the hallway, they also decide that they are going to make their move, as though someone within the owner's box gave them a command. So let's take some initiative from you folks as well.
Yes. That's ridiculous.
Oh, come
Are we
on.
having a baby?
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's what they do in the movies.
Yeah.
We're either having a baby or ramen.
26.
26.
Ramen babies.
Yeah.
How about over there?
So it's pork ramen
20.
then?
Long
And
pork.
Maddox?
I've rolled my worst initiative roll ever.
That's all right.
10.
What is veal for long pork?
Wilbur?
The piggy?
Now, I can deal with the other stuff, but not that one.
Okay.
That one's not okay.
All right. Remember, I have 2 kids too. I mean,
That
we
makes it
had
worse.
more.
Yeah, but not for dinner.
No. It's too many leftovers, man. Even I can't eat that.
2 children.
Wyatt, with a 26, you will go first before he even has a chance to fully clear the knife from the sheath.
Cool. So I will go ahead and use my boosted and get back some of that moral judginess.
So just throw punch them.
Well, yeah, but if I do this first, then it makes the throat punching so much better.
It does. It does.
So just immediately, you have risen to the most base of linguistic tricks. I'm so disappointed. Good lord. And throat punch.
I'll take a fighting roll from you, please.
That'll beat it by 4.
That is more than enough to overcome his dodge. What is a throat punch damage?
can
Is
I-
typically 50.
I would like to offer him a metasurge.
You can use it, and it just affects him. He doesn't have a choice. If you wanna use it.
I want to. If I give him 1 metasurge, that's a critical hit, and I would like to double that damage.
All right. So a metasurge is used.
Well
That
done.
is a critical hit, and because you have judged him, that also doubles it. So when you double that damage twice, what is that total damage from a throat punch?
That would be 200 damage to his throatal region.
So he tries to pull a knife on you, you're just like, no, bitch.
Which exceeds his health by 160 points.
He brought guns to a knife fight.
Never bring a knife to a throat punch in a fight.
And before his knife can even clear the sheath that he had it concealed in, he's lying dead on the floor. Through all of this, Lady Gwen did not even get up from her chair, didn't react, didn't move. That's just continuing to sip her drink and watch, rather amused, actually. Meanwhile, out in the hallway, Rosie, you will act before they get a chance to bring those guns into bear, but you, much like Wyatt, saw it coming before it
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah. All right, Jess. I feel like we got this, right? Okay, cool. So step 1, I'm gonna snap my fingers, And when I do, all of their shoelaces tie together. Just one giant line.
To each other.
To each other. All of them.
It's like one of those shitty trust exercises at corporate offices.
Exactly. Then I assume they're not like backs right against the wall. Like
no.
Right. Cool. Then I'm just gonna go like this, and we're gonna teleport to right behind them.
I'm gonna need a sorcery use over there.
Okay.
Twice.
That's totally fine. That will beat it by 2.
That is enough to tie their shoelaces all together. Shouldn't
And
have worn combat boots.
that will beat it by 4 to teleport right behind them.
That also succeeds, and you are
I
then
just want to watch him
standing
turn around. That's
right
really what I
behind
want. I just want him to try to turn
them. They
around.
immediately try to turn around
Yes.
and bring their guns to bear upon you. And it is part comedy and part disaster as several turn, get caught up, and fall down. Firearms discharge. A couple of them are shot by each other as they're falling and kind of in a pile, but a couple of them do manage to fire
It's fine.
shots off upon
fine.
both of you.
They have pathetic weapons.
I think they're
guns.
cute.
I know, they're so
And
cute.
their burst fire weapons kind of make
This is
little
like high
scratches
school.
in the paint on the body armor that you're wearing.
Aw, you're trying.
Now, the dead guy you throat punched would have gone next, but he's dead.
He's so dead.
Hey Maddox, they just Jesse Jamed.
I get the game. Dirt, 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 dirt.
We will never stop making callbacks to that moment.
It was so good, though.
To explain it to you, they did a meltdown where people switched avatars, and they were having a little rivalry at the moment. So for her action, she just did an object.
And I just shot in the
Shot
air.
randomly in the air.
Perfect.
So when I got back into my avatar, I was like, wow, that sucks for
You're terrible.
you.
Love it.
Yeah.
I joke with love. Heart of gold, you got one. Just remember it's gold.
Maddox?
I turned to her, and in my microphone voice, I was like, "That was funny." And then, out of my pocket, can you
And then
like?
she rips their souls out of their
I
bodies.
was gonna say, right? You're gonna do something fucking awful. It's gonna be rad.
Well, I mean, I
She's
feel
the Morrigan.
they're all embarrassed now, so I kind of like feel bad. Embarrassment's a terrible thing to feel. So I'm gonna ask, can you conjure up like a participation trophy that I could just give them real quick? Can you?
I
I
don't know.
think it's a minor enough magic ability. where you
Okay,
could
Boomer.
probably-
I mean, I've already had my action. I don't know if I can. I want to.
You've already done 2 sorcery checks. You'd have to make it at -6.
Well, then I'll tell you
Oh,
what.
yeah.
I grab one of their guns. I just bend over. I take one of their guns, and then with my strength, I just kind of origami it into a participation trophy.
Yes! There we go.
And then I like put it on one of the people's heads or laps. They're all on the ground, I'm guessing, right?
They're kind of a pile.
Yeah, they're a pile. So I just
Wasn't
gently
World's
lay it
okayest guard.
on the chaos guard. I just lay it on top of the pile, and then I don't know, like I'm sure I have like some kind of plasma stunner or something.
Oh, absolutely. If you
I
want to do
just,
something
like-
horrible to them.
I was gonna say just like automatic, not even letting the trigger down, just.
Can I get a fighting and a shooting roll from you, please?
Yeah.
What are we using for the?
You're on
dice?
8s.
Okay. 8. Okay, so that was 12 on 18. You said fighting and shooting?
Fighting and shooting, one of each.
Okay, and that was 11 on 20.
No, it's a 6.
In a
I
couple of
don't have an
seconds, you
origami
fold this
skill.
lovely, and it's the best you can really do out of an assault rifle, but it is probably the finest assault rifle molded into a participation trophy that anyone has ever made. Because I'm pretty sure it's the first time that that's ever been done.
You've never been to a city high school.
They don't waste them on origami.
That's true.
They just waste each other with them.
Cool.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah. All right.
What?
The thing is, there's like nothing to say because it's 100% different.
You know.
The use of the plasma weapon is a little bit overkill for these guards in standard tactical body armor, and they're kind of a melted pile of goo by the end of the discharge of it.
But how's the trophy? Is it still there?
It's blended into the whole.
Into them.
Yeah, I mean you can kind of see the outline of it,
Yeah.
where the metal parts melted a little slower than the plastic parts. but
Okay. Okay.
it is rather messy.
And then for the second time, I just slowly go like this.
I want to step on him as I walk out, though.
I'm wiping their boot on something.
Well, because I want to.
Did they get finished?
I assume.
Was
I
it
mean,
terrible?
It was pretty terrible.
That's good.
I assume I'm gonna go to the door. Like open it. Make sure he's okay. I mean, I assume he is, but
Is the door locked? Yeah, hopefully so.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely locked.
Okay, yeah, but if I turn it real hard. I have super strength.
Yes, you do.
It's brand new.
You kind of just pop the door handle clean off.
Show of hands. Who has super strength?
No.
Buddy.
But I can punch people in the throat like a mother.
Like you have
They
great
might not
strength
have
of
super
character.
strength, but
Yeah.
the first thing you
Exactly.
see when that door opens is the other
Yeah.
owner that's just laying in a crumpled heap.
Oh, hey, we have one too.
Way to go!
The second thing you notice is
did
Lady
it.
Gwen with her feet kicked up, sipping on a drink.
Oh.
Sup?
I'm gonna be a minute, I think, but I'm glad everyone's okay.
Right. Well, they attacked us, so we took care of them.
Self-defense.
Well done.
We'll wait out here.
While I'm attending to some business, if you want to see if you can start making any arrangements to move us into the tower, that would be, I believe, a good use of time.
Want us to leave? All right. No orders. All right. Aye, Captain, sir, ma'am.
There's a starving student.
There's
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if Wyatt gave us the leave, I'm gonna trust him. I'm gonna bounce.
All right.
Are you gonna stay? Or are you gonna come?
I mean, it sounds like I can't stay. Dude. Should I stay or should I go?
Oh
No.
Please.
Are you sure?
Always begging. Yeah.
Like if you stay, there could be trouble. But
But
Look, the way
Also,
this is the
your
way I
hair
see
does
it.
look good black.
This is the way I see it.
Paint it black.
There's no point in us staying to protect him because Wendy is closer to him than we are, and there is no way in hell we can get to him before Wendy can. Whatever Wendy's gonna do, Wendy's gonna do. Or Lady Gwen, rather. Sorry, Gwendolyn's gonna do. So I think we trust him, and we go away and try to get into this apartment thing so that maybe I can hijack the thing so no one can see us, or at least we get Crash back. Because she wins whatever happens here, no matter what. That's how I view this.
Actual wisdom coming from Rosie. I'm impressed.
what backwards ass
no
metaverse
shit,
is
exactly.
this?
Wow.
That's
So
that's very out of
Dogs
character.
and cats living together.
I'm just gonna go up and put my hand on Lou's shoulder. I call you Lou.
That's fine.
It's my Lou's shoulder. Give it a little squeeze. Then I look at, like Dad and Wendy. Give her a
Give her a-
side eye. Give her a side eye.
Oh, but it's through your helmet. That's even better.
Yeah, so she can't even.
The little Knight
Okay,
Rider
fine.
sensor
I'm
just stays
gonna-
on one side for a second.
wait, you're a Cylon too? That is the worst writing.
And if you need us,
I'll be in touch.
are you gonna get?
So I'm gonna say, you know who to call, so I'm gonna Ghostbusters.
You know how to
You
you
ruined the
need
bad
you
joke.
know how to radio. Do we need to get?
I think we will retrieve our fighter from the fighter area and get him to his new lodging, sir.
That would be most helpful. Excellent service as always.
No problem.
So you have something for me?
Yes. I don't have full answers yet, but I do have more information about the.
Well, let's see if it's good enough for you to live.
Oh,
I'm waiting.
Would you like me to report here, or would you like me to report directly to...
You can talk to me.
Lovely. So a former, I won't say ally, but let's say associate of ours.
Truthful?
Ronald Zenda.
I'm familiar.
I don't know the mechanism with which he has made this happen, but I know that he and his efforts to destabilize the city are directly responsible for allowing it to happen. And he is encouraging these stories of hope and just general uprisal here for very specific reasons, and specifically his targeting of Mr. Basilius.
A thief is starting a rebellion.
Now, I don't know his motives. Maybe he's trying to steal the whole thing. I don't know much about this man except that I can tell you categorically he is crazy. So, I agree this doesn't sound reasonable, but it also sounds directly in line with his motivations are always his own.
Is that the best you got?
Well, I don't believe he is acting of his own accord.
Now that sounds accurate.
I believe he is being used as a tool in somebody who has a larger vested interest in Mr. Basilius's activities in this area.
A tool being used as a tool?
And that would be...
I believe that would be Rhodes.
That's not a half-bad theory. How certain are you?
Certain of Zenda? Absolutely. Certain of Rhodes? Better than 65?
That's a good truth.
Yeah, no, this is beautifully said.
We'll speak shortly, and enjoy your new residence.
Thank you, Con.
Flashback to 11th Tower, where you are present. Miss Andy James is almost finished preparing a rather lovely meal.
I've been judging her this whole time.
Yeah,
With my
we are
judgment.
making chili.
Oh,
we are
really?
making stir
Will you hand me your
fry,
character sheet, please?
Stir fry? But it's Monday.
You learn all of this.
You earn?
Learn.
Yes, earn. You don't earn people.
Well,
That is a
I'm
common
over there.
trope.
There are apples. There might be pie
Judge
in
opponent.
there.
There
God
is-
only knows if it's good.
There is
but
produce,
it's
there is
happening.
everything here.
Oh
It's like,
my god.
someone set him
Vegetables.
up.
I've learned so much, yet I know nothing.
All right.
In fairness, he is on my Facebook, so he would give all this
Everyone knows
information about that
I
fast
don't actually see
anyway.
glasses.
I mean, fair enough. So yeah. So we're gonna. So we're, I'm gonna fix you up a plate of food, and we're gonna sit down. We're just gonna chat it up.
Shit all over this place.
We're gonna chit all over this place.
All right.
And once we have, we'll have chat all over this place.
Yes. Yes. Let's eat
Yeah,
and then have a
let's
chit.
eat. And just what?
What is? You go first. My mouth is full. In character.
Of course. So, I made a mistake.
It's worse with the beard because it
It's-
waggles.
Trying not to be distracted by the beard or the tongue. What do you
Isn't there
remember?
a
Do you
Hobbit
remember?
song?
Do you remember anything? Do you remember anyone?
I mean, I
Problem
remember.
with memory. It's just
Yeah,
been a
really,
while.
it's been a while. I remember.
And you haven't seen James in almost a year.
I haven't seen you in almost a year. Did you know that?
I did know that.
Because you
We've
probably.
been trying to figure out what's happened to you for the last year. Maybe you have.
That
forgotten.
timeline
Did something
he's saying
happen to
doesn't
Google
match
Plus
up.
while I was
Oh,
gone?
yes,
I mean, I've
that's
been
true.
posting
We've
there.
only been gone for.
Yep, you've only been out a few weeks.
We've only been out a few. I'm sorry. We've been trying. You haven't seen us in a year.
Yeah.
It hasn't even been a year since you got arrested.
Wait, that doesn't
Was it?
make sense. No, okay, so
Look,
we got
my driver's
arrested.
license.
We got put into Meta End. We escaped from Meta End. Some of us
Oh
with
yeah.
your assistance.
Over a year ago.
Not
no one
over a
escapes
year
from that
ago.
age. She has to be lying.
Oh, nobody's confused.
Well, I'm
I've
living,
been told
breathing proof.
very recently.
We had help. We had substantial help. I assume you had help too.
Yeah.
You did modify some records, but it was supposed to keep them safe, not get them out.
I totally Ferris Buellered the hell out of you guys. I thought you like A+ in biology.
Yeah, that's not a
Primo.
reference I understand.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
He got a computer, but his sister got a car, so he used it to alter grades. It's kind of the whole premise from the beginning of the movie. It's not a good movie.
Okay.
Everyone loves it. It's terrible. It's sociopathic
Well, see,
craziness.
we're just chit-chatting away. It's like we're friends all over again.
Yeah.
So, how do you mean you've been out for a year?
It's been a year, at least.
Intensive training.
Intensive training. Montage.
I was going to say, because, like, this does not happen.
Time moves differently in a montage.
That's true.
Show a little
3
bit of
weeks
improvement over
montage.
time.
3 weeks of
To show it
movement.
all.
The
montage
leaves
is
change, so you
years.
know it's been longer.
Yep.
It's insane.
You grew the beard.
I
in
grew the beard,
montage.
and I didn't have this yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah,
Gotta fade out in a montage.
I've been growing them for charity.
So, who's this avatar you're going to?
Don't tell her anything.
I'm not gonna. What's she show?
Do not tell her anything.
I really
Why
trust
wouldn't
her.
you tell me?
I can't be sure.
You
But
can't be
she's
sure
close.
about what? I can't be sure about you. I'll answer a question if you answer a question.
Ooh.
Like some kind of quid pro quo?
No, not quid pro quo.
No!
You
Not.
do something for her before she does the thing that you want for her. That's
You know,
all.
no avatar in the history of avatars has been this persecuted.
It's an avatar hunt.
This is my favorite part. Okay, that was good.
What can I tell her?
If she wants to know your avatar, tell her to bonded to the Prince.
She knows how to get
Praxia.
in here. So I'm bonded to the Prince of Praxia. Thorax.
I'm sorry, would you? Oh God, I'm not there. I'm
Thoraxia.
not there.
Phraxia.
I'm not
Thorax
there.
and Thoraxia.
Does
That
Andy have
means
a,
nothing
does
to
Andy
you.
have a,
That means
do you have an
nothing
earpiece? Does she have an
to me.
earpiece? Can we hear the conversation?
You cannot hear this conversation. She could relay stuff to you, so she so chooses, but that's up to her.
Wait, I'm sorry, I can relay stuff now?
Well, yeah, but it would be very obvious to him that you're talking to other people if you do that.
Shit.
I mean, you would be having to talk in front of him as though you're talking to other people.
A prince, that's cool. Is it like,
Yeah,
is
pretty
it,
cool.
is it like,
Could be a king avatar. You don't know.
is it
Someday.
like, is it like friendship is magical, or is it?
No. I mean,
Nothing is
what? No.
friendship is
Who would,
magical.
who would watch that when they lift all these weights?
Brony.
It's really good.
Brony.
You should. Oh my God. Seriously.
Tell me
have
about
you
your
caught
favorite
up?
episode.
Oh. Is that the next one? It's the one where Twilight sparkles.
Oh my god, I love that
Is,
episode. I
Say
haven't.
Twilight's sparkle?
Twilight Sparkle singular.
I know Applejack's one, right?
Yeah.
But she doesn't taste like apples.
I
Not
haven't
that
eaten
one.
her.
Nope.
I don't eat
Not
those.
that one.
And then Vicky by through a
You've
party.
never been to a McDonald's.
Okay, so you're bonded with a
Wrong
prince.
prince,
How
chat.
have you been going to?
Fingerprints.
How have you been going to metaverses?
How have I been going to?
I thought
That's
This is
a
now
funny
two questions
story.
without her answering one.
You haven't answered a question.
You haven't asked me a question.
I haven't, because I'm saving it up. Why
sent
are
her
you,
here?
Who sent you? Who?
Our friends.
That's not an answer.
That is an answer.
Which friends?
I'm
I've
going to
been-
assume the first friends you've had in a very long time.
I've been down
and
a
the
lot
last
of
friends
creatine.
you've
I
had
have some
in
anger
a
management
very long
issues.
time.
So
People, it should be difficult to forget about, but
Wyatt
here we are.
and so a bunch of people that aren't Crash. Cool.
Well, that's your best friend.
Shut up. He's not my. He's. Shut up. And I don't need any of you.
Do you miss Crash the way he misses you?
I don't miss Crash. I don't miss. I
You
don't.
can't
I don't.
replace
I don't.
Crash
I
with
can-
protein powder.
You can replace anything with protein powder. Try that banana bread. It's disgusting. It's only funny because everyone here's actually tasted protein powder banana bread. It's fucking gross.
That's what I just ate.
That's so good.
I'm gonna go back to my noodles.
It's vegan too.
Oh Oh,
Don't
So
worry
what
about it.
if-
Fine.
carob and sadness.
Have you been training of your own free will?
I know, right?
No, have you?
Yes. I mean, so it's, as far as you're concerned, yes.
They want revenge on.
So no.
I want revenge on a lot of people. Who am I going to take it on? That's a question I would like to know the answer to. Maybe. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Are we going to continue to risk having this episode pulled off the air?
You know I like living on the edge. Living on the edge.
We don't.
Okay.
If we really want to get it pulled off the air, it's like He-Man toys, penis. Done. This is gone.
We've been trying to figure out what's going on with you. I mean, you're part of
Brony, don't let the protein bars fool you. All the cool technology and ripped pectorals are nothing compared to the bromance that is the Brash Brothers. Hashtag Metasurge.
Oh,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Nicely done.
I thought we were crony.
I'm cool. I think we're a Brash crony.
Okay.
Yeah,
Brash
I think
crony?
we get 2 double names.
Crash Crony. And
Brash
Crash
Crony.
Crony.
Yeah.
Crash Crony. Sounds like a band name.
Right?
Yeah.
We could start a band.
We could. I
ever
don't
beat the
play
Zenda?
anything or
Wait,
sing.
you're not here right now. Did you ever want to start a band?
He's in my
Crash.
I mean, I wouldn't.
Is she always
Say
this
no.
nonsensical?
Yes.
Ignore the voice in my head. To answer that would require another question. Who would listen to a band with me? Would you like come to that? Like, would you know friends who could maybe watch that? and like it? Do you
I
have-
mean, both of you
like-
could fill an arena.
like if I
right
did a
now,
Patreon.
So the both of you could fill an arena. Oh my god, if you put on one epic rock battle before you actually battle?
Meta aid.
Meta aid.
We could bring attention to the plight of us.
Exactly.
Oh.
So anyway.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Okay,
you-
so out of curiosity,
Yeah, what?
would you like to...
That's another question.
back and
Security breach, 11th tower. Security breach, 11th tower.
How much does he weigh?
I forgot to put the ADP on there. Sorry.
Less than a ton.
Great.
You sure about that?
Relatively.
What are you going to try to do here, Miss James?
Okay. Follow me here.
I'm trying.
What am I going to do?
Kick ass.
What?
Nothing.
No matter what I plan, it cannot happen? Yeah. Oh, I don't know if that was you or if the voice inside of his head, so I might not have heard that.
You did not.
I did not. Great. I might throw him out the window. There's a real possibility of that.
I would love to see you try.
I'm going to.
You're about to experience
that's
definitive
probably-
frustration.
You missed the evil smile, just so you're wondering.
Like, damn it, I was looking at my sheet.
It's not
It's worth
well,
trying anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go ahead and make a fighting roll.
What? Can I make an athletics roll?
I'm gonna need a fighting roll from you.
You were trying to shove him out a window.
Yeah.
I'm just shocked that my internet was correct and hot singles in my area do want to pick me up today. Blew my mind.
Okay.
That's weird. The only ones I get are for hot Christian singles, and I think it's because of my name.
Yes.
I mean, I can use my chat,
And it's
I would then therefore beat it
by
I can 4.
What am I rolling?
You won't need to roll anything. It is not nearly enough to grab hold of you or touch you in any way. You are easily able to deflect the attack.
Aw,
It's-
what
was
is this about?
Rather white belty. You got it kind of sad.
You know Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Her technique needs a lot of work.
Cool. Great. Shit.
She did say she was going to.
I
She
did.
just tried to hurt you.
No,
It felt like a hug.
it was definitely a hug.
Do you think she can survive being thrown through the window?
Oh, yes.
You should throw her through the window. It will look very badly if security arrives and you're having a conversation with an intruder.
Can I at least throw her to some place where I know she's going to land safely? Wait, isn't this my place? What does security care?
We can
They
throw a
frown upon
deception.
intruders, particularly another metapilot.
This is gonna get in the way, though.
This will be a serious problem, she's found.
It will be safer for you if I toss you.
That's you.
Oh boy.
Do you have schlock fever? Because I understand. Yeah, I'm gonna toss her out the window.
All right, go ahead and
Oh, this is a great hug.
give me a fighting roll, please.
And belly to belly
On
suplex.
8. Yep. That is a
9.
Yeah, success by 9.
By 9.
What's your dodge over there?
8.
8. That is more than enough. By 1 to grab her and throw her through the window.
I love our little chats.
Send me the leftovers!
Okay, but I'm out of foil. I'll just use a little pizza
Put
box.
it in
Okay.
a can!
You impact the window. That's going to be 40 damage.
Prince Albert's in there. I can't get in there.
It shatters.
Oh, I threw it through the. Oh, right.
The window across the street.
I assumed it was open, but
No,
you
she
didn't open
teleported
it.
through it.
Yeah, I was paying attention.
So that's 40 damage to you, my dear.
Mm-hmm.
Your armor does apply, of course.
I feel bad.
Oh, I don't see any armor.
But
It's on there.
it's what you do.
I'm not sure it is.
It should be. You skipped over it. It's under your abilities. Should be right around there. A little bit lower.
Oh, there it is.
Yep, there
That's
you go.
because it's under fiendish and demigod resistance, and armor is way the fuck over here. Thank you.
It's associated with a variety of things that you have over there.
I mean, if you put it before that, you'd be bearing the lead, though. I mean, that
And
really
will
is.
you go ahead and give me a second fighting roll for controlling the trajectory to put her on a rather safe landing as opposed to the 25 forward down?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that is perfect. You
I throw you
almost
into a pillow
zero.
factory.
You almost zero her to the point where she kind of has a nice skip, bounce, and
then I
lands.
parkour into
You are a
landing.
what is the exact wording on there for parkour?
Parkour master.
Parkour master. The landing
Mid-throw,
she sticks.
You see a
It is,
motorcycle.
it's perfect.
You're
Are
Mariah.
you gonna?
You
You're
sit
right.
on vials. This is what you do.
Oh.
You sit on vials that landing.
Your throw is great, and
Is
the
it
landing is
triple?
really good. I mean,
Triple,
her
triple.
fighting needs a lot of work.
I would have
but-
won the tiger if this was a fair. Is all I'm saying.
But she didn't get thrown like the best of them.
Good job. It's like you've been thrown before.
Thrown off, yeah.
There are
That's what kinda
security
happened,
forces closing in upon your position, Miss James.
Of course there are.
Hover cycles and jump troops, all robotic in nature, and they are in pursuit of you across these rooftops. So I'm going to need an athletics roll as they chase you.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna beat that by a lot. 13.
Beat it by 13. I beat my pursuit by 10, so it's not quite enough to escape. We both have critical successes there, but you are able to maintain a lead despite the fact that the cycles and jump troops are proceeding at a rate about twice as fast as you can. Moving across rooftop and rooftop, you do not break free in the initial minute or so of pursuit. Looking through the broken window, you watch her do some great, rooftop to rooftop parkour stuff. It's really neat. Very video
Slower
gamey.
than I remember, though.
Much slower. She
Weird.
should be doing a lot faster than the last time. But
I mean,
the parkour
it
stuff
was a
is
good
new.
meal. It was a good meal.
But the parkour stuff is new. Oh, you
Dude,
have
I
the
was
whole
gonna
meal to
ask
yourself
if their
now.
bonds were severed. They were. Of course they were.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
They are in pursuit and closing in upon you. And you start to feel a slight tingle in your skin. And it gets intensifies. And then the area around you kind of blurs and shifts.
Bet you
And
should
you're
bring
in
my
the
part.
underground bunker.
Oh.
Zenda's in front of you. He's down on his knees puking. And you can see his metal arm and neck is just pulsing.
So your stomach,
That-
that's not made of iron.
That actually worked. That actually worked. That's
Yes, you're
interesting.
a evil genius. What?
Uh,
Are all of my bits here? It is very important to me that all of my bits be here.
You got wolf's toe.
I moved you.
Yeah. Thank you, I think.
I didn't know I could do that.
Out of curiosity, can you move the bomb-ass dinner I made, too?
I don't want to try right now. This hurts a lot.
You're missing out. Those are some excellent mashed potatoes.
A little bit closer to him, you can see that that metal in his body has definitely spread from just this morning. And you can actually see it growing. And then it stops after a few seconds.
That's uncomfortable.
So, how did things go with Mr. Munson?
Oh gosh, he's kind of, he hasn't forgotten all about us, but, yeah, he's, I guess I thought that I could lean on our familiarity a little bit more, but apparently he's been gone for a year? How is that possible?
Time dilation.
Oh, okay, you weren't gonna mention that.
You've experienced it yourself, Ms. James. When you travel to different metaverses, they function on different timelines. Obviously, he traveled to a place that functioned on a different timeline.
Oh yeah, which reminds me, he's bonded to an avatar.
Yes?
He's a prince of some kind, dark energy. I don't know, I was gonna ask Rosie about it, but didn't want to give up the game.
Oh, ask her now?
Hey, Rosie?
Yeah.
So it would appear that our good friend Brony is bonded with a prince of some kind, dark aura, seemed kind of like a bad deal.
A prince of what?
Jesus.
I mean, I guess I've met a couple princes.
Thraxian?
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to say that word one more time.
Thraxian, I think is what he said. A Thraxian
You are
prince?
telling me that Brony is bonded to the Thraxian prince?
What? I guess so. I could have misheard it.
Oh no, I feel like the word Thraxian is very specific. Specific to an old avatar of mine. That's for damn sure.
Oh, so you're basically friends.
You're not near him, are you?
No, he threw me out of a window.
Okay. Oh, that is.
He threw you out of a window?
That is very lucky.
Yes, gently. Well,
I
Threw
assumed
you
you were
out a window and across the street.
I
through
assumed you
another
were
window.
fleeing security forces when I transported you. I didn't.
yes.
He threw you out a window.
Yeah, well, okay, so an alarm went off, and instead of, I don't know, trying to use some spy shit, he threw me out of a window. Well, I tried to throw him out of the window first, because I thought it would be great if he could join us, but maybe it's better that
No, I think it's better that we keep that over there. There was a time when I was a magical space princess. Right, and there were some evil guys called Thraxians.
Oh, I see.
They're magical.
Evil like perspective evil, or evil like actually like, you know, wiping out universes evil? Oh, gotcha.
Right, so we were magical space princesses. They were magical
I
space
bet you were
princes.
really cute.
Thank you. I was a moon. I was Zeleny.
Oh, yeah.
Right, but actually, that's terrifying.
They're not so much magical.
Right, as just we'll die.
Oh,
I don't want Crash to fight him now. Crash could win. Okay, he will. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the threat level we are talking about is I'm saying I am not sure Crash will win.
oh.
That is that's the seriousness and the power level at which we are speaking.
So if I try to convince Brony that he and Crash should start a boy band.
Oh.
Called
You
Brash
should know
Crony.
that the Prince of Thraxia almost won Battle of Bands. He didn't, but he almost did.
This is all still in the plus column for me.
I'm just saying, like, maybe the power of their friendship could undo the evil.
There was only one space prince who had the princess who had the power of friendship, and she ain't here. He ain't here.
They're not here.
Hey,
Who was it? Chad.
Chad.
Who's Chad?
Dreaming.
Thomas.
Thomas?
Yeah, it was the version of Tom before it was evil.
Oh.
This was Tom. Tom came from Thomas. Right, but Thomas was Chad, the first.
Oh.
He was Princess Stepan.
Princess Steban, I see.
Princess
He
Devon.
became a magical space princess through a typo. It was a clerical error that caused him
What
to
the
become a magical.
fresh hell? Okay.
Right. My point is,
He
I
was the
don't know.
princess of
That's what happens in the
friendship?
Right.
I
Yeah.
see.
He had the power of friendship. I had the power of the moon, time, space. Chad.
Well, can we go find the power of friendship? Like, can we go get it?
It would be really
Would
nice
it
to
be
harness the
helpful?
power of friendship, but I feel like that might be. Okay, so yes,
That's the only thing
that's
that
what
could
we're
be
dealing
used
with
for
right
you.
now.
So
is
there
he
was
is
a motif
bonded
of your
with a
little- that's awesome.
Thraxian.
This sounds like a problem.
And he but he threw me out of a window to save me, presumably.
Presumably.
Well, I mean, as
No,
far as throwing
no,
people,
no.
as far as defenestration goes,
I didn't want you to chip yourself, so I tried
so you
to
made sure I didn't chat everywhere.
right.
Yeah.
Wait, but what were you saying about the power of friendship? Like, that's what can, like, get the Prince of Vax.
Oh no, she was hoping to use the power of friendship. I was just remembering that was a thing at one time.
Yeah.
But it's not going to work here. I mean, like maybe.
But if anybody believes in the power of friendship, it's Brony.
It's true.
Right,
But
but
you
Brony is not
Listening
all
into this
Brony.
entire conversation.
But Thraxian.
Draxians don't have magic.
Right.
They're just really strong.
Yeah. Like planet punching strong.
Right.
They could punch planets.
Yep.
So do they need anything?
Me too.
They're like, I don't know.
No.
Like
No, I
Saiyans. If you ever watched Dragon Ball, that's what they remind me of.
Yeah.
They remind you of a huge waste of time.
But are you saying that if
They
he,
remind you of people that look constipated for
Well,
6 minutes an
if
episode.
this guy
I
got
didn't say they
second
reminded me
place
of
in
Brody.
in a battle of the bands, don't you think like a second shot at music might be something that
You only
would
get one shot.
be- well, I've heard that
Are you not
once,
going
but
to-
Don't
what
throw
if
it
he
away.
does prove it?
I,
While
I love that, I think Brony would be into it, but the Thraxian is not gonna. I mean,
they say he likes
Well, but he might be intrigued by a Battle of the Bands, Battle of the Bands Mod 2,
Right, okay,
Battle of
I
the
guess-
Bands, the Revenge. He said he was after revenge. That's another
right.
thing.
I guess what I
Revenge, I know, and I'm not sure what kind of revenge he could
How
possibly.
could he be after revenge?
Well, I got defenestrated before I could find out.
This
Right,
is
so-
where I think
This is
revenge
confusing.
comes in, is what you know.
Well, let's just remember that Brony is here for reasons we do not know. He is now hyper buff and strong for reasons we
Protein powder.
do not know. He has a very scary avatar bonded to him for reasons we do not know.
Yeah, and they
I
wouldn't
call her
explain to
Tammy.
me how he got.
God, you
Right.
sounded
We,
exactly
we have been made aware that AB can eat avatars and take or not. He takes the powers. He does the stuff, and I think it's weird that Brony got this super powerful, amazing fighter avatar to make him better. I feel like we have to assume that Brony is working for AB, or at least in some capacity involved in that situation, which
But
means
I
it
don't-
doesn't
I
matter
just
how
don't-
good our intentions are.
I just don't think that he is conscious of that.
Still listen. Everyone's on.
Right, but like,
So I can still hear all
I just
Oh,
don't
yes.
think that he's conscious
they're
of
talking through radio,
the way
so,
that he's
yeah.
being used.
you don't think he might not be conscious of the way he's being used, but that doesn't matter because he's gonna get used the way AB wants to use him.
Oh, buddy.
I mean, unless you have an idea on how to break that connection. Do you know how to sever an avatar?
Rhodes does.
Right. Do we know how to do that? We don't. All I'm saying is I feel like we just need to be smart about our interactions with Brony and what we tell Brony.
But he said revenge.
He did
said
say
he
revenge.
was his revenge?
A lot of revenge. He's saying he's in the revenge business now. Or so it might be other people's revenge.
And this, I don't understand this whole Thraxian movement. If one wanted to, say, compete in a combat tournament, would a Thraxian prince be a good choice of an avatar? So maybe this was done on purpose?
That's what I am hinting at. I'm hinting that none of this can be taken as coincidence. And I think we just need to be smart.
Did you learn anything when you were the space princesses about weak points of the Prince Thraxian? Any Achilles heels type?
They have but one weakness. Love.
Is it?
I mean, I might have made out with one, but
Wait.
look, he looked like they were dressed like Kiss and thing.
So when
You don't
made out
say
with
no
the
to the
enemy?
Star Child.
You made out with the enemy?
Look, it was an impulsive move as a diversion tactic.
Well, No, wait, I mean, should we send you into the
Something
ring
is
and
not
not
It's
Crash?
kiss.
No.
It's what they do.
No, no, you should not send me into the ring. I will die.
Not if you seduce him.
Mm-mm.
You don't want to kiss him again?
This
Was
doesn't
it
make
not-
sense. Mr. Munson was the one that helped Jenica escape as well. If he was working for Antonius, he wouldn't have done that. And if he had done that, she wouldn't have gotten away.
Okay, I see where you're
He
going.
made reference to nobody escaping from Meta End, as if he doesn't remember helping people escape from Meta End.
But we know that.
Well, I know we know that.
All
He
right.
doesn't know it. Maybe he's not.
He
Brody.
doesn't know that he let Jenica know? He doesn't know
No,
it?
he doesn't know that.
Zenda,
He's unaware.
if Brony is the one who released Jenica, and if he's asking if he wants revenge, and the revenge is actually good for us, right? Like revenge for
It could be.
just like severing the bonds and all that, and putting us in jail and all that crap. He could be doing the double agent on the AB.
I suppose.
But
He
I'm
could.
just saying it's an option, but also like that also means we gotta be smart with what
I
we
just
say.
don't see anybody with that much protein powder putting that much brain work into it, you know?
What would you do to save your
Is he
friends' lives?
looking to fight? In this tournament, he's definitely looking to fight, isn't he? He's one of the competitors.
It didn't come up.
He is.
He is one of the
I mean,
16
yes, he is
competitors.
one of
That
the
that is.
16 competitors. I don't know if he's doing that on. I mean, he's training, so I guess. But then he could be training to save his own life. I mean, I don't know that he is a willing participant.
We're missing a piece of this puzzle.
You want me to go back and say hi?
Absolutely not.
You sure?
Anything?
He talked to himself.
What?
He was talking to himself.
Rat, that's scary.
No,
Talks
that's
to himself.
indicative.
Talks to himself.
As in
Didn't
there's
remember
another
helping Dr.
voice.
Clarkson.
Yes.
Talks to someone.
Talks to someone. He's not talking to himself. Did it sound like he was talking to himself or to someone else?
It sounded like he was talking to somebody else.
Also, I'm not suggesting for a moment that Antonius isn't tied up in this, but I don't believe that he would be working for him. Outside of Antonius using this as a way to gather more information about his relative power levels to gain a measure of his value.
I see that. Yeah, I see that.
So, Wyatt, you're still alive?
Yeah, Gwen? Yeah. So we're fine for now.
Okay, so she bought it. That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
So I'm still in a locker room or something?
No, they collected you.
Yeah, we can got you.
They are proceeding to get you. Yes. These things are all happening at once. Conversations. You are moving through buildings to collect Mr. Jackson. I think Gwen has departed. The arena is clearing out. A lot of people are going to have a nice time celebrating tonight because tomorrow the grand tournament will begin.
Damn, I could have dropped an earpiece.
Yes.
Hey guys.
You were too busy making potato dishes from different
Look, I haven't
nationalities.
However,
They were
Miss James,
fantastic.
one can also assume that your entire conversation with him was recorded as well by surveillance. Anything you said, we can be sure.
I tried not to say too much.
Basileus knows.
I did mention Crash.
That could be a problem.
They don't know me as that.
True. So,
Did you mention me?
He mentioned you.
Mm-mm. Not exactly. Not
No, not-
particularly.
That's good. That's good. Okay.
we can assume. Okay, we can't assume. An option on the table. We all got taken out of Meta End, and the first person we saw was Rhodes. And Rhodes looked at us, and Rhodes said, "You can go home if you do this thing for me."
Yeah.
I think that's most likely.
And I think we can maybe agree that maybe he had the same conversation with Brony. You will do this for me, and then you get to go home. Now, why it is different than ours is a mystery, and what that end goal is a mystery. But that could be the overarching why Brony is doing what he's doing.
Rhodes did
Because
mention
of
another
Rhodes?
team,
Right.
but
But-
Brony's one. And
What?
that's the person in his head.
Which presumably is his avatar.
I don't think so.
He specifically said Brony was elsewhere.
Right.
Rhodes
And I-
did when I asked about him.
Oh, okay.
Elsewhere.
Elsewhere.
Well, and assuming here
It's
that
only a dream of yours.
Brony was intentionally paired with this specific avatar for its power levels to where he could act as a single agent and still be viably disruptive.
Mm-hmm.
That could have been very intentional placement.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that Robert Munson decided to get into a metapod, bond himself to a Thraxian, and then train himself in martial arts for a year straight, doing nothing else with his time? Brony Robbins.
What?
I changed my name. It's Stab Steak Punch now.
I reiterate, as I said earlier, if you could save the lives of your friends, what would you do?
Save the lives of your friends.
That's what all of us would do.
I love that man. I do.
I know you. He's your best friend.
But I don't think he would have thought of doing something like that. The metaverse is still pretty confusing to him. How's he gonna know to go to that metaverse to bond a Thraxian?
Oh, I'm not suggesting that he had that idea.
Right.
Right,
No.
this is what I'm saying. Single agent is out of the question.
Well, that's fine.
That person
but
he's talking to.
I'm saying the path that he's on could very well be for the best of intentions.
The person that he's talking to wants him in that tournament. Has been
Right.
pushing him towards that tournament.
Wants that revenge.
If that's revenge, who wants revenge?
Someone who wants
Lists
this phone.
non-stop.
Who's alive?
Wait, hold on. What?
Wait, what?
The former owner of this bunker, Miss James. One Artos Cade.
Okay.
The guy that almost beat him before.
The guy that almost beat him before. All right. This is some good information, but we can only hope that Mr. Munson's plans do not interfere with our own.
What do we do if they do?
I'll have to prepare a possible solution for that.
If he's Thraxian, he's going to do okay in this tournament.
I am aware of that, Mr. Jackson, but you're going to win.
Which means that he would lose. And
You know, these
you
are to
lose
the
him.
death, right?
I am aware, Mr. Jackson.
Well, I'm not going to kill Brony Robbins. And he won't kill me.
To shreds yourself.
Hopefully.
I hope you're right. I will forward this information to Mr. Wells and the others. He's going to be breaching the central security hub and should be getting into position soon. Get some rest. Take the tower. Ms. James, stay in the bunker. Do not make your presence known in the tower. We need to keep you as a wild card for now.
I would just like to point out that everybody else is going to be living in the lap of luxury, and I'm going to have canned bread. So,
It
Living
is
in
luxurious.
you've got a
so off,
tower.
yeah.
You're going to a tower. It probably has fresh fruit.
We're
They'll-
going
bring
to a
you some
tower
food.
with
What was in
massive
the
surveillance.
tower you were just in?
I know it's not the tower I was just in.
If
but it's
Rosie
not
does her
Atlanta.
job-
We didn't just get a dinner that you just got.
If Rosie does her job, Andy stays with us.
Good enough for me.
Okay.
Let's figure that out.
We've been apart long enough, and we've been by ourselves long enough, and we've all been separated long enough. Let's get Brony home too as soon as we can.
Absolutely.
Within an
Somewhere
hour
in the
of
tower.
leaving the arena, the security robots have tossed the majority of possessions of Mr. Cabot out into the street that are not of a more neutral persuasion, such as furniture and the like. All of his personal effects and his entourage has also been summarily tossed out into the street, leaving the
I feel
tower
like there are a lot of embarrassing
empty.
secrets.
Can we put Andy James in my armor
Suitcase. Armor, yes.
with the face and the stuff, and then I'll make myself look like his wife.
I'll take a sorcery roll for that, please.
And that way you and I can walk in arm together. I'm moving in here. My wife comes with me.
Yeah.
But I still have 2 security guards.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. We keep that number consistent.
Exactly.
You just need
And I'm not
platform
too short
boots
for
or
a
something.
strong. Huh?
You need platform
I was
boots.
gonna
We
say
get some platform
I'm not a
boots.
little short for a stormtrooper.
You're just the right size.
Do you need
Hey,
assistance?
sorcery. I beat it by 6.
That is good enough for the very, very simple illusion that you are doing. You don't really have to do a whole lot because no one knows who you are yet.
Right,
You're
but
more
I-
attempting to conceal that nature that you happen to be a metapilot, which is a
Right,
bad
I-
thing to be in this city.
I also feel like with the Loki stuff, like I look like someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Now, the 14th tower is opulent to the extreme in comparison with the bunker that you've been staying in. There's real food, showers, baths with jets in them, multiple
am so
rooms,
grateful to you.
comforts beyond belief. All the cupboards are fully stocked. The fridges are fully
Always start
stocked.
clean clothes.
However, the two of you as guards are gonna have to be guards for a while until he and I can get plates, sit down to dinner, have a conversation, figure out how we're gonna slyly do a magical you can't see us.
Can you find the gluten-free canned bread? Bring it out to recharge. I haven't eaten for a while.
And,
Excellent work today, guards. Here is your gluten-free canned bread.
Awesome!
Gluten-free canned bread. Just
Don't take
corn?
off your helmet.
And waiting on the central table in the foyer is a gift basket. Has a little card in it addressed to you. It says, "Congratulations, you have proven useful, Anthony."
Did they send me anything?
Whew, no, but you're welcome to anything in that basket. Don't touch any of it.
There is the distinct possibility that, yes, there could be some serious...
Poison.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's fish. They're French.
That was good. We saw. That was good. I like it. Poison.
Back in
croissant.
your
That's good.
dwelling, in your tower, Ronnie, they have just finished repairing the window and the robots are rolling out. This is it, my friend. This is the moment we've been preparing for. And I really hope that these idiot friends of yours know to stay out of the way. Is this Crash fellow going to be a problem?
I mean, if he gets wind of what we're doing, yeah.
You do realize that if you face him in the tournament, you're going to have to kill him.
It's not going to happen. For a number of reasons.
You're going to have to find a way at least to make him look dead.
That I can do.
I suggest you think hard on that. You're going to need to be very convincing. Remember,
Hey, Crash, play dead.
Okay, hear you.
Remember, we win the
just
tournament,
practicing.
we challenge Basileus, and then the real plan begins. He won't see it coming. It is the next day. The Grand Arena is already beginning to fill with the wealthiest of spectators, as
Yay!
thousands arrive from metaverses beyond the gates, while trillions more watch from hollow screen monitors and other forms of broadcast. It will all come down to this. Throughout the day, numerous gifts have arrived from the lower criminal lords, all trying to seek a spot, looking for a new position, looking to perhaps displace a rival. Everyone is looking to one of the new lords and masters of Arena. Now, the Grand Arena and tournament functions much differently than the lower levels. Individual owners have their own box to view from, in which case you have your own box to view from. You are the only pilot participating that is not owned.
Man, this is
Each one is entitled to their own guest list and may invite whoever they so choose into their owners' boxes. And there seems to be a great deal of politicking that goes for those positions and people trading favors and gifts to, want to get one of the good seats. Though most of that seems to be far removed from your group. But there are dozens of care packages, gifts, congratulations, all people wanting to ingratiate themselves to the new owner. Upon arrival at the Grand Arena, Crash is whisked away once more to wardrobe and makeup, where dozens of beings, they fawn over him, they spray him with makeup, scents.
I have a spray tan now.
Yes, you do. They put on all different outfits and they're just generally a nuisance to you, Crash. And the other fighters are in other rooms undergoing the same treatment. And after a while, you're finally left alone. Let's go pay a visit to your friend, see what he's up to.
Are you sure?
He'll be alone now. It's our best chance. I suggest you convince him to stay out of the way.
Do we have to guard outside of the box like last time? Or
You
are
can
we
be inside of the owner's box here, if you are
Is that
invited
what
by
is
the
that
owner.
what you guys want? Okay, we'll still be by the door, but we're on the inside of the.
You can be inside the box.
I
You're not gonna have any good
What's the guy's
ideas,
name?
but you can be inside the box.
We're in it. Got in the box.
What's in the box? It's
My dick in a box.
my dick in a box.
Try and convince him to stay out of the way.
Okay. Figure I wouldn't be able to hear you over how ripped I am, but all right.
Love it.
I'm never gonna live this life, so I'm gonna enjoy it now.
Isn't that why we do this?
Yeah. On the bright side, neither me nor my character can turn our head very well. But it's fun.
There's a slight knock at your door.
Oh wait.
Who is it?
Housekeeping.
Come in.
Okay.
Your long lost friend.
Tackle hug.
Oh, God. What do I have to roll for that?
If you wish to avoid it,
Well, no.
You don't have to roll anything. I have to try and actually hit you, which is really hard to do.
unless you just are
Like-
going to let it
I'm
happen.
going to let that happen.
All right, then there's no roll necessary. Let it happen.
Oh, my balls.
Wow, the friendship. What the hell are you wearing?
Wow, is he strong?
Yeah, that's good. How's it going?
So good.
I need you to stay out of this fight.
This one today?
Yeah, I just need you to stay out of the way. I need you to.
Wait,
so we're gonna make it look good. We're gonna make it look good.
Shh. I will short out all the electricity in the area.
It gets dark in the room very quickly.
Oh, that's
Okay.
not what normally happens when you snap.
They're always listening.
Can we do? Is there a waterfall nearby?
No, I just shorted out all the electricity in the room. We should
Oh,
be good
including
until
the-
they get it back
okay.
up.
Okay.
So
Cool.
we can't hear.
So it's not
We're
just
in
a
the
cup
room.
and a string.
No,
This is
no,
way-
no,
Earpieces are still working.
This is
Yeah,
way,
earpieces are so
way
loud.
I can
smarter.
focus enough.
This is way smarter than the plot to A Quiet Place.
Strange scars on his arms. Really strange scars on his arms. They look like
Is there,
surgery scars.
is there electricity in there?
No, something else.
But energy?
Yes, there's an energy source in there.
You can't have
So
someone
we
with nuclear
we can
arms.
talk now. What's up,
Okay,
my man?
so hey, here's what I need.
You want me to
Let
stay
me
out?
know-
You want
no,
me to
no,
stay out of the
just-
fight?
no,
Okay,
just-
I'll
just-
listen.
just stay in everyone else's way. Love that. I love what you're doing there, baby. Perfect. But what I need you to do, if it comes to you and me fighting, it will. What I need you to do, is just kind of play along. Okay, I just need you to play along. I need you to play along with me. It's gonna be a great time. We're gonna have some fun. Go ahead, we'll rough each other up a little bit. It'll be great.
Is he
And then
asking you a job?
you just need to go. A what kind of job?
Just
Anyway.
let him finish.
Oh yeah, she can hear me, huh? I just need you to lay down. We'll pick a good time. We'll pick a good time, and I'm not saying lose on purpose so much as we'll win together.
Right, Brony. These fights are to the death. They check.
Pretend to die. Just pretend to die. It's not much to ask. It's easy, right? Just pretend to die, and if they
Are
bury
you
we'll
able
get
to put
you.
a glamour on
It's
somebody to
fine.
lay
I
dead?
need you to level with me for a second.
Okay.
And can we talk without your friend listening?
Can I
to
do
you?
push-ups while we talk? Would you
Sure.
like a bar?
No, I'm good.
Cool.
All right. Okay. So,
Hammy, I need to go. I need to go cradle snap. Okay.
all right. From what I have pieced together with the help of everybody so far,
Hold on, the evil voice in my head is saying.
is it Artos Cade? Is that the evil voice?
How does he know who I am?
How do you know who he am?
Well, because we were trying to figure out who would want revenge on old AB. And
Revenge is kind of the only game in town these days, buddy.
no.
Ooh, it just feels like it's so much.
Yeah.
Kind of deep down,
Okay.
like he's got me by the.
So is his plan to
internal
try
cojones.
and just kill him after the thing happens? Does he
Ask
know that
Efron?
you'll be exposed long before then?
That's already fun.
We have a plan. He does not need to know it.
You don't need to know the plan. Haha! I covered.
I don't need to know the plan, but I am convinced.
You don't need to know that what you said is correct.
Do you think we're here without a plan?
I think that my plan is really good.
No.
Do we want to share
Your
plans?
plan is revenge.
That revenge is such a succinct plan. It's such a driver. Go read any classic literature. You know it's true. Pick a game. What's your favorite game?
Does he
Probably
know about?
revenge.
Does
based.
Artos know about the cave?
Plato's
What's he
cave?
talking about?
What cave? What cave? What? Which?
Yeah.
Huh?
Cade doesn't have all the information. Cade is acting on information that is erroneous and is going to get you killed doing it.
Okay, I understood half of those words, but I didn't like the getting killed part.
Yeah, he's going to get you killed because he doesn't know what the guy's all about. And I do. And we have a way we can actually possibly stop him and take down this city.
God, I just can't say no to you. You're so dreamy.
So are you. You look great, by the way. Like,
No,
you've been
right?
working.
Ow. Oh my God, I buy shirts off the rack now. It's amazing.
That is amazing.
And they're
so-
still too tight, but it's good tight.
If he's so prepared, ask him how he can possibly stop him from draining his power.
How do you think you can stop him from draining your power? God, it's getting crowded up here.
He's going to be too busy to be draining my power, trying to put his city back.
Don't maybe tell me this actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I am really conflicted right now. God, your hair.
I know, buddy.
I miss the old times. I miss the old times
I
when I
do
knew
too.
what was going on.
But if I have to burn that pilot out of you with that fancy equipment you got in your arms, I will do that.
I don't know
to
what
make
you
my
just
point.
said, but I'm scaroused.
That might kill you. It might.
Yeah, it might. It's like the French say, little death.
So just let Cade know I can't let him just... I can't just lay down and die for him. I'm sorry.
I'll tell him, but I may be in a predicament. Just be aware of that.
I understand. I won't let anything bad happen to you. Ever.
I think it's
important to let you know that if you punch me to death, I'll probably still be okay for a little bit. I feel like it's important to let you know that. I gotta go.
You return to your room, and just in time as they're coming through to collect the fighters. Now, again, much like or much differently than the other tournaments, there's a lot more build-up, a lot more pomp and circumstance to the whole thing. And before the tournament begins, they bring out and introduce all 16 competitors, line them up at the base of the huge tower owned by Antonius Basileus, almost as though an offering. And they go through it, introduce each of these ones, from Grinlin the Dragon to Hobart Hammer to Diana Hart to the Brony, Eternal Sunshine, Catalyst,
Ha! It did come back. Awesome.
Ern Grazil, Imnam Lao, Usul, Castor Fields, Grinder Max, Bior the Gun, Atrolmax, Sin, Van Meyer, and Adam Bennett.
Right up until that
Thank you,
point,
James. Thank you, James.
right up until that point, it was just American Gladiators. And now,
Adam
now it's Adam Bennett. You
And Tom DeSalvo.
if someone shows up to an ultimate fight named Adam Bennett, you're probably in trouble.
And Jerry Mathers as the Beaver.
Adam Bennett.
Bennett!
Wait, AB. A bunch of stuff suddenly clear.
Oh.
Cool.
Oh.
And some of these are very humanish individuals, and some are not so much. Grinder Max, for example, looks like he's made of metal. Some of them are furred, some of them have scales, some of them have tentacles for arms instead of regular arms. There's a variety of species in competition.
I've been to Florida before.
And it's allegedly randomized who the first opponents will be in each given round.
Yeah,
but
sure.
Look, 9.
But you can tell there is most certainly a setup to it all. And as they introduce the combatants, the first fight begins. And it is Van Meyer who will be taking on Adam Bennett in the first fight.
Bennett! 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 Bennett!
Van Meyer is the six-armed being that has a kind of like a tortoise shell torso, and the arms are more like tentacles than regular arms. And as they fight, each one of these arms kind of goes into the shell and pops out at various different angles and tries to attack from different angles. Whereas Adam Bennett just seems to be a rather normal-looking guy, other than really heavily scarred. And anyone who wants to, give me a notice check.
Okay.
Cool.
I would like to make a notice check,
Oh,
as
yeah.
I might have to
Beat it
fight
by
this
11.
dude.
Those are certainly torture scars.
Okay.
This guy has been tortured by just about every possible way imaginable. And doesn't really look like he's all there as he's fighting. But nonetheless, he manages to pull this 6-arm being to the ground and remove his 6 arms and then his head.
Could have done it backwards and would have saved a lot of time.
It was very slow and deliberate through it. And not a word being said. He looks very, almost zombie-like. He's just very...
Takes no joy.
Yes, definitely taking no joy. Almost blank look on his face.
And he just tears the guy's arms and head off?
Yeah.
Just that quick?
Very, very quickly. He just
And then
beats
he has
it to
some
death.
Post-workout sashimi.
And unlike the other fighters that you've
Sashimis?
seen who came out,
Sashimis.
he does no big fanfare upon entry.
Allegedly.
He doesn't put his hands up in victory. He just walks out onto the field, rips this being's arms off, tears his head off, and then walks back towards the gate. Almost like a remote-controlled being or something.
Anna Bennett is the friggin' Undertaker, and I love it!
I assumed it was, let's go Bennett, Bennett sucks. It's like,
Now the next fight is Ottelmax against Grinder Max, as though trying to knock out one of the 2 Maxes straight from the beginning.
Automax has a robot German accent.
He doesn't really speak, but when he comes out, he's flying, which is rather interesting.
go. Okay.
Wears a cape of all things, a very superhero-esque
Capes are
outfit,
dangerous.
huge mohawk.
Nice, he's Gladiator
Okay,
from
so-
the
Is
Shia
it
Empire.
hair or
Yeah.
is it metal?
Mohawk.
I feel like
It's hard to
I'm-
tell.
Okay.
you like to sweep the floor with mohawks.
I was gonna say we've seen them before. Capes are dangerous.
And Grinder Max is the one who appeared
loves
to be
you and
as
who
though he
you
was made of
love?
metal himself.
Ask your parents.
Doesn't fly, but as he comes out to fight him, it's apparent that his metal is rather malleable. It turns into arms, his arms into sword blades, into hammers, into a chain that he tries to wrap him up in. But the fight seems to be a rather foregone conclusion from the beginning. And it seems from the little boards that are displaying the odds on fights that this Ottelmax guy is the #1 contender according to all of the bookies and people placing bets as
Was
the
that
most
the malleable
likely.
metal?
No.
That was the flying metal.
The flying guy seems to be the most likely to win the tournament according
flying
to
guy
all the
with the
people
mohawk.
who are making assessments over fighters.
This might be very silly.
All the bookies are from the 80s.
Do either of them show any resemblance to Bombshell or Citron?
Not at all.
Okay, great.
But
I
you,
assumed that. I just wanted to ask.
The Ottelmax guy looks like he could have been straight out of Sentinel City, though. I mean,
He does? Okay.
looks like the same kind, but I mean, a comic book character is a comic book character. is a
Right,
comic
okay.
book
I just
character.
wanted to make sure there was no, like...
But throughout the
Oh,
fight, he
yeah,
continues to
Bombshell.
display that very much comic book character fighting.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, does the hands on the hips.
Yeah.
He's very clearly horribly arrogant.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know anyone like that.
What am I gonna do with all of this arrogance?
Arrogance, elegant.
The third fight is between the one called Sin and Bior the Gun. And Sin looks rather like a normal person, a normal woman, other than being blue-skinned
That's
with
how
blue
Satan
hair.
gets you.
I like
Had
the
to be
blue
a
ones.
woman.
And while in her fighting, she is one incredible, very fast martial artist, moving across, dodging blows. This Bior the Gun quite literally turns his arms into guns and continues to shoot over and over and over again until he just gets lucky and gets a shot in and manages to kill her as well.
His race is American.
Yeah.
Wait, so just to clarify, these are fights to the death.
take
So
it.
by the end of this tournament,
So far, 3 people have died.
there's going to be 8 vacant spots in the thing, and this thing will start all over.
It will
till
start
there's-
all
till it's
over
full of
again.
16 again.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
So also not only crash, but like 15 more people get to take the seats that have been held for a long time.
Well,
right?
the seats will fill up over leading up to the next tournament until they're
Correct.
all full, and then some will be challenged for.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, like someone stocking their pantry.
Can we tell if any of them are class 5?
In fact, so far, all of them have been class 5s.
Of course.
I feel like class 5 is the only thing that could survive.
Class 5.
Oh, no, not class 5.
No, I was just high five.
Oh,
High five, high class.
Yay! I was in the class of 05. Yay!
There you go.
Now, the next fight to go in is the one called Hobart or Hobart Hammer, who looks very much like an average Joe that you would see in the bar ordering pints of beer or some Miller and just sitting and drinking. And it ends up being what's recorded as the longest fight in Grand Tournament history at 47 straight minutes.
Oh, that's exhausting.
Where he fights Deanna Hart, who has super speed and super reflexes, and she just beats this guy for about 46 minutes, knocking him down, punching him, throwing him across the arena, kicking him, and he just keeps getting up. And keeps getting up.
Oh God, he's Captain
and
America.
keeps getting up. And keeps getting up. And finally she tires out and he gets in a few lucky shots, gets his hands around her, and breaks her neck.
Oh, that's it.
In
Yeah,
47
just like Captain America.
Yeah,
minutes.
it's like Captain America.
The next fight is between Catalyst and Imnam Lao.
I feel like Catalyst is going to get things started.
And their fight is rather spectacular in that Imnam Lao seems to control the very ground that he's standing on. He uses the ground to throw punches and propel himself through the air and
Hell
come
yeah.
up in front of him like shields. And it is really, really great because Catalyst seems to be a telekinetic and he uses his own fists against him, throwing him, tries to throw him around. And it is a really great and entertaining fight to watch. especially
Telekinetic
for the
fights are
crowd.
awesome.
Yeah, really, really great. And in the end, Catalyst does manage to somehow make some form of telekinetic blade and cut the head off of him, not Mao, and kill him.
Oh.
And then the next fight is announced where you all get to see the Brony be introduced
Brody.
and brought out. And the crowd goes nuts when the Brony is introduced. He is, according to the charts, number 2 contender that they believe could win this tournament. And the Brony will be taking on
Brony's gonna
Castor
kill
Fields.
you.
I'm taking it.
He'll be taking on Castor Fields.
Forever?
Daddy's home.
Daddy's home.
And so I'm going to need
Castor
some
Fields
initiative,
sounds
and
like
if you
that.
wish, you can use that right off the gates before we even do
Oh,
that.
yeah, done. Judging the opponent.
He's kind of like a weaker version of you. Definitely a master of martial arts, strong, tough, uses the whole chi thing, but Junior.
Little junior mints down there.
Oh, little junior mints down here. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's going to leave a bad taste in my mouth. That's all I got to say.
run the Thraxian gauntlet.
6.
You got to roll 12s on your initiative.
Well, I rolled 6 for whatever's next then.
That's the
Do
spirit.
brony shorts have a cutie
17.
Plus
Add
your initiative.
Oh,
modifier,
yeah, my
sir.
initiative modifier, which is...
What is a cutie mark?
6, so, oh my god, 23.
I also have a
symbol on the
23,
My
so
Little
let's roll
Pony's
again.
butt,
Okay.
Oh,
That
gotcha.
kind of is symbolic of what they can
9.
do.
You win.
I have 18
Yeah,
on
that's-
this one.
So,
would it be?
yes, I have 15.
All right, he leaps across and does a almost textbook Street Fighter style spinning kick through the air.
Okay, so I'm mid guard and duck.
Thank you.
It's done.
It is a great kick. I mean, it hits you for a nice solid 40 points of damage.
Okay, well, there's that. Okay, well,
We
okay.
decided that your cutie mark is a can of Mountain Dew.
Or an
What does
Xbox
that mean?
controller.
Cutie mark is on the
Or
my
a
little
cutie
pony
mark on
butt.
Xbox.
Oh god, it makes it worse to know that's what it's called.
It's a cutie mark.
Grown men watch this shit.
Yeah, but they're creepy.
No
Funny
offense if
thing that you all notice when
watch
the Brony takes the field is you're looking at he looks like a class 5 and you know he's not a class 5, but that's what you see looking at him. He has the aura of a class 5.
But he's not a class 5.
You know he's not a class 5.
He also,
Wait,
he also has a small power source in each arm connected to something.
Is
Yeah, hey, Crash, I don't know if you can
wait,
see
Artos?
this, but...
Is Artos Cade a
I'm gonna
You
go
bet
ahead-
your ass I'm
I'm
watching.
gonna go ahead and just kind of
yeah.
chi up a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
Chi a bit.
Artos Cade.
You
And
can
guard.
tell that he burned his chi in that
Tell me,
fancy
Cool.
kick.
I'm gonna just chi and guard.
Gonna just let him keep coming?
I'm gonna. I
You're
want
doing
to
a,
save up a little bit.
Saving up? Alright,
Yeah.
he comes again, sends
pilot,
another
not a
round. This
pilot,
time
not a
he's
pilot,
gonna
not a
throw
avatar.
the nice spinning uppercut
Wait,
into
so
you. It
is
looks like this guy stole his
Artos
moves from
Cade
Street
pilot,
Fighter as he's fighting.
Piloting Brody.
And again, it's
He's
another
piloting
solid
Brony.
40-point blow.
Cool.
Brony
Cool.
is now an avatar. That's what that means.
Oh my god, am I?
That means
Alright,
that, yes, that's what that means.
You've gone one round
Brony
so
is an
far of
avatar.
fully building up.
Okay.
You
I think
can
I'm
continue.
gonna take
He's
one more
not-
round.
he's-
All right, he comes
Artos
in
wasn't class
again.
5
This
either.
time, just throwing a series of jabs. He
Artos
looks
wasn't
like
class 5?
he's kind of
Oh,
running
Jesus,
out of
he
the old
was.
chi juice right about now. And both of those are great, but they're only 20 damage hits, so it's a total of 40 damage again, hitting you twice.
Okay.
Brony essentially stands there in the arena in guard and takes hit, and then takes another hit, and then takes another hit. You have now done 3 rounds of building up chi.
You know what? I feel pretty good. Let's do one more.
All right. And again, he comes in throwing more jabs, definitely slowing down on the hits, just not throwing them
Is he just
fast.
standing there grunting?
Yes. He's kind of just
little rocks start floating.
with his hands up in guard. One of them he doesn't even manage to hit, so only 20 damage on that one. He's definitely slowing down.
Cool. So I'm going to go ahead and punch him just full force right in the face.
All right. I got to take a fighting roll. Because you're using your chi up, you get a +6 bonus to this.
Cool. Yeah, so I beat it by 8 plus 6, so I beat it by 14.
That's a critical success.
Cool.
So it will do double the damage that you would be doing normally.
So it's going to do 960 damage.
Oh my god.
The impact causes his body to literally explode.
Cool.
And the crowd goes absolutely insane as blood splatters all the way up into the
Crash,
stands.
were you able to see that?
Yeah, that was some Saitama shit right there.
Okay.
And James, just because there's some confusion, Brony clearly not class 5. Looked like a class 5.
Looks like a class 5.
We've just confirmed Artos is a class 5.
No.
Some people say he was. Some people say he wasn't.
In story time, he was not.
Yes, but when he fought, he was registered as a class 5 as well.
Okay, but it also means that Brony is being piloted. There's 2 pilots, not a pilot.
Cannot
and
be
an Avatar?
piloted in Coliseum or Arena at all. You cannot be piloted.
Thank you for clearing that up. Thank you so
One
much.
cannot be piloted in Arena.
Thank you so
Can't be
much.
piloted.
Okay, that
Can't be. The voice he's hearing, not a pilot.
We were discussing.
Could be a
this. Thank you.
pilot, but not one who's
Not
flying
piloting him. He is
Right,
not
okay.
an avatar in this situation.
Okay.
He is not under anyone's influence or control. No slider.
The horrendous destruction
know.
was
No
in me the whole
sliders.
time.
We're just figuring it out. We're figuring the story out here. Okay, thank you.
So
I mean,
now I'm
that
gonna
doesn't
try and
mean
I'm gonna try and pick the dead guy out of my knuckles.
Yeah, that's just a little bit of splatter. Most of it actually went away from you because you hit him so hard.
And I'll just
But you even managed to get hit people up in the cheap seats with the blood.
What?
Oh man,
Gallagher
that is
2 at
so
ya.
Cool. I've
And
never
after
been-
There's
you
original gallery
leave
sign.
the field, there are only 2 more fights in the first
Somehow
round,
less
and that is
offensive
when
than
the
original
Eternal
gallery.
Sunshine is introduced.
Does he have a spotless
I guess
mind?
that's cool.
Sorry.
I don't know, you tell me.
The idea.
I've never punched someone in their head.
And the Eternal Sunshine is slated to fight Grinlin the Dragon, who comes out flying and breathing fire.
What
Other than that, he just
color
looks like a
is
dude.
Looks like a guy with really, really dark, like midnight dark skin and red eyes.
A
Cool.
black
Wings?
dragon.
Wings.
He does have wings. Okay.
Don't be racist.
And
No, I'm very connected to
flies
black
in a
dragons.
circle,
I
breathing
bet you
fire
I'm very
around the
connected to
arena.
black dragons.
I've
And
seen
they
that
all
website.
seem to love his breathing fire antics.
Okay.
Does like a few rings
I'm
with
swooning
it, and some
myself.
tricks.
Fire. Great.
Just
Very
feed him
connected
some-
to bad dragons.
It is even
Black
louder
Black.
in this
Lord.
arena than it was in the last
Mine
one.
was
There
grosser.
are more
I
people
promise.
than you've ever seen. here.
The internet's
They are
disgusting.
everywhere, filling this whole place.
Oh yeah, someone got it.
Oh no.
Oh no. I don't know, how demonetized do we want to get? I'm not gonna.
That's not.
Let's not. Let's not
Dragons
say we
like to
didn't.
eat.
That would be great. Thank you.
That's absolutely not. So how about some initiative from you?
Get made fried pickles, meat dildo.
Let's begin.
Or are you holding your eyes?
Not with this guy. Not that it would matter. I did not do as well as I normally do.
I have a 16.
I got a 20 still, so I'm still super fast.
You are much faster than he is. That is for sure. When you
But he's already flying, I assume.
He's kind of a few feet off the ground when the fight begins, but the wings flapping. Though it seems to be more an affectation than anything else. He's just kind of hovering there.
Right. The wings are just for looks. Is he breathing fire out of his mouth?
Absolutely. He's breathing fire straight out of his mouth. Like a dragon.
That's so messed up.
Or a Russian.
Play Karnov. Yeah, I know what's
Everyone
up.
played Karnov.
All right. Well, I got 2 actions, so I will use them. The first will be to grab him. The second will be to cover his mouth with my hand.
I will take 2 fighting rolls from you, sir. Much like not having much of an initiative bonus, he doesn't have much of a dodge bonus either.
He's big and
I
strong.
was gonna say he's quite large.
Doesn't really even try to dodge. So
Oh,
much.
I rolled a 5
Woo!
on the first one. That's a critical to grab. And 10, so I only beat it by 8 on the second one.
You were able to grab a hold of him really easy, and as you pull him in, you can tell from the surprised look he was not prepared for the amount of strength that you physically have.
So I mean, I've got him like waist lock with one hand and then just whoop, covering his mouth and nose with my other hand.
He is not going to be breathing fire, but he is going to lash out with his wings to try and batter you with them.
That'll work. I can definitely be battered.
And that's going to be a success by 8. Does that beat your dodge?
8 beats my dodge by 2.
All right, that is going to be a 60 damage hit.
Ouch, dude. Ouch, indeed.
Is it really ouch, though?
It's a little ouch.
Okay.
Spit ouch.
So he does draw blood, then? Yes or no? Oh, that actually, yeah, that did hurt you. He does, in fact, scarcely
I'm sorry.
draw blood.
We've been looking at Bad Dragon, and you.
Oh,
blood
no!
has been drawn.
We didn't know what it was.
Can you
What
stop?
was?
Everyone said to not look it up.
Can you stop, please? Thank you. Please do this on your own.
Hashtag Andy Buff Helen. I'm so very sorry.
You can look up dirty things on the internet on your own time.
You don't even have to look them up. The internet provides. It will just bring them to you.
It's true.
And he is able to actually draw blood on Crash, so it's more like minor scratching, despite the battering of the wings. Mr. Jackson.
Okay, well the wings are bad and they hurt.
They
I
hurt.
don't like hurty wings, so one of those is going. Keeping my mouth on, like I'm gonna switch that position so it's just like around his head, still covering the mouth. And I'm gonna reach up and just with the other one just pop one of those suckers out if I can. Just like taking the leg off a turkey.
I will take a fighting roll on that one.
Ooh, lemon blue cheese.
We will.
All right. Oh,
That's a 7, so I beat it by 11.
That will be a critical success. You grab hold of this wing while it's flapping, grip it really tightly, and there's a lot of tearing and blood
But that'll
sprays out the back. And even with your hand over his mouth, you can hear the scream that comes through it. It's really loud, and you can kind of feel some burning on your hand, but it's not very substantial. That is one of your 2 attacks. You still have another. He is continuing to
since
struggle.
he was floating, or he
Yes.
was. Now got that wing. I'm just gonna try and I didn't pull it all the way off so much as out of joint. So I'm just gonna continue my way down with him in that face hugging headlock and just plant his head into the ground as I fall DDT style.
I will take another fighting roll from you.
Ooh, I only beat it by 4.
Hey, his dodge bonus is only 0. So.
Oh, then yeah, I got him.
Why does he have no dodge bonus?
Because he's a big, strong guy.
he's a dragon.
Because he's bonded to a
Breathe.
dragon.
Oh,
he can
gotcha.
breathe lots of fire. He probably has some armor type
Oh,
situations.
very much. You just inflict a tremendous amount of damage.
Mm-hmm.
So you DDT him, which is another substantial hit. His body seems to absorb a lot of the impact, but you think you might have broke something. He is still struggling, and he's going to use his legs and hands to just try and rake at you, specifically the hands at your eyes.
Mm-hmm. That would be a good move. Take out those eyes. Plus, I would look fucking awesome with an eye.
Only one of them beats your dodge bonus, and so that's going to be another 60 damage hit.
Ooh.
Oh.
I'm good.
Which again barely seems to scratch Mr. Jackson.
Okay.
But your vision's a little blurry
I
now.
did not like that either. Okay, I will let go of his stupid face now because my hand is a little burny.
Just a little.
But I'm gonna get my arms like chicken wing the guy from the front and just start headbutting him in the face.
I will take 2 fighting rolls from you.
I mean, yeah, he'll probably get a free breath attack, but
Turn him to Baja Mush. Come on. Take him to the Tiamat. That's no
5.
Oh, God.
First one is a critical success. Second one, you feel something kind of bend inwards when you hit that first one.
Oh.
Well, there goes his algebra.
Ooh, 11. So by 7.
And with the second one, you most assuredly break his nose. Very groggy, but still fighting. He goes. He opens his mouth and he lets you have it with flame straight on.
Oh, I don't blame him. I would have done the same thing.
But I just rolled a critical failure. He's in so
Oh,
much
dear.
pain and so groggy
Yes,
that his head goes forward and he just breathes right past you. And you're going to get a +4 to your next action against him, whether it may be, as he continues to breathe flame past your head.
Oh my goodness.
Right?
Yeah.
My hair, my beautiful hair. Let's see. Now this structure that we're in, this arena, I know it's a large open space, but there's walls and pillars and such around.
Oh yes, and so far from the fights you've seen from people being thrown into them, whatever they're made of is really
strong
'cause
stuff.
There's only like some blackened marks or a lot of blood splatter on one wall from the previous fight from the brownie. You can kind of see the lovely pattern over there. But other than that, even the people that were thrown full force into the wall have made no dents or scratches or cracks in it. Whatever it's made out of is strong.
All right. So I'm gonna like while holding him, and I'm gonna fireman's carry him. Like,
Okay.
just do a lifting action. I guess athletics.
That would be athletics.
Uh,
Or you could roll against your body score.
Either way, I'll do fine. Because
You
they're
just looked on his sheet, didn't you?
yes. Either way, I will do fine. I will attempt to hoist. Hoisted.
Oh yeah, he's substantially heavy. You know,
Okay.
probably 700 or 800 pounds, but that's a ways under your 20-ton limit.
So I've just basically got him around his legs and hoisted him up on my back, and I am going to teleport myself.
And how is your teleportation work for the fans watching at home?
It's a bolt of lightning. The bolt of lightning, and then another bolt of lightning that appears wherever I
Where you
appear.
impact.
But
And
I'm appearing right next to one of those pillars, so I'm standing with my back up against it.
Oh no. Oh god.
So you're teleporting him inside the pillar?
Yes, I am.
Oh lordy.
I mean, not the bottom half.
The bottom half. of
I'll
you
take a
is
power
not
use
loaded?
roll, please.
Okie doke.
For how precise this is.
I would prefer a
And
lot
keeping
of
in mind
precision.
that +4 still applies from the critical failure on his part.
It's not quite enough for a critical success, so I'm going to go ahead and just drop that, drop my Patreon buff,
All right.
which means I will have beat it by 15.
That is most certainly a critical success. A lightning bolt appears where Crash was doing a fireman carry, and then next to this pillar, with only legs sticking out of the pillar, which kick for just a second,
Oh god.
and then kind of fall away from the pillar.
How delightfully disgusting. I do love it.
Then I look up at the crowd and I very, very regally bow.
And they go nuts, and you can see from the little board predicting the outcomes that the Eternal Sunshine has moved into position 3 of possible victors of the Grand Tournament.
Well, it's because position 3 is now positions 4 and 5. Because it's half and half.
Oh.
And the last fight of the first round is Usul versus Ern-Grazil. Ern-Grazil is an insectoid being. There's a lot of natural weaponry, being almost a humanoid cockroach about 12 feet tall.
Right, the big...
You knew my stepdad.
Whereas the Usul guy is a blue-furred humanoid that looks rather unremarkable until right at the beginning of their fight, he grows to 50 feet tall.
Oh, that's a good
That'll
trick
do it.
right
That'll
there.
do
I
it.
want to do
Yep.
that trick.
Stir.
And then
The thing
reaches
is, you
down,
can't
grabs
stop.
the little cockroach guy, and eats him.
Oh.
Oh.
Boom!
Yeah.
That's
Well,
a good move.
Wait.
Wait.
You
Cockroaches
might
can
have a
survive
stomach
so long.
bursting situation here. We need to wait.
What, like 6 months and for the eggs to lay? You know,
There's a
like-
lot of crunching, and you can see some
Okay.
green stuff
No,
kind of
no,
ooze out
that's
of his
over.
mouth.
It's over. There's no
And-
coming back from that.
Even worse is that he seems to rather enjoy the tasty morsel.
Oh.
I mean, yeah. Does that change his standing on the board? I'm guessing it does.
Well, being as half of the competition have been eliminated, yes.
Well, in addition, he turned 50 feet tall, and I don't know if that was a known situation.
He's definitely in the top 8 now, no question.
Once again, my friend, that's just science.
Before the second round begins, advanced medical technology is used on the surviving victors to restore any lost health. So if you are damaged, please return your health to its normal maximum score.
Now that is our normal maximum score, not any additional bonuses.
Yep, you don't get the Patreon buff health back. That's gone.
Actually,
It is used.
the Patreon health is the only thing I lost.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
Mr. Jackson is remarkably resistant to injury. The second round of fights begins, and Adam Bennett takes on Bior the gun, who seems to be incapable of hurting Bennett with his gun. Then just walks forward into the barrage of bullets, like a zombie almost, grabs hold of him and pulls his gun arms off of his body, and just watches him bleed out rather dispassionately before again just turning and walking out, like a remote-controlled human.
Because that's pretty much exactly what he is, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
That guy really deeply creeps me out.
Guns are not a superpower, that is correct, especially not anymore.
Yeah. Now they're on the ground of the arena.
I don't know. I kind of like him. Growing
Boy,
fond
man.
of like the dead-looking one.
You would.
Yeah.
I do.
He's my favorite so far.
His superhero name is the Punished.
Not quite. The next fight in the second round, Hobart Hammer takes on Usul, the giant growing furred guy who, once again, right out the gates, tries to replicate the same move. Grows 50 feet tall, reaches down and grabs Hobart, throws him in his mouth. Hobart. And there's some struggling for a minute, and then he kind of takes a knee and holds onto his chest, and then falls down on his face and lays there, motionless. And then
minutes
Hobart
later, Hobart
climbs
flies
out of
up.
his mouth, covered in bile and drool.
Probably some insect parts.
Did he just choke that dude to death?
From the inside.
With his body.
He just
Everybody be
goes
like,
starfish in the esophagus
Yeah.
and just hopes for the best.
everybody be
Breathe
closing off
really
windpipes more than Ron Jeremy here tonight.
And the next fight is going to be the Brony versus Catalyst.
Oh.
Let's roll some initiative.
Okie dokie.
Wouldn't that be funny if they just had like, if the catalyst really, like their whole power was just that they could like mind control cows?
The Catalyst, yeah.
Oh,
That's a
God.
totally different guy.
26.
know.
You mean like when the scrolls first?
Oh,
came
even
out?
with my great roll, you're still going to beat me. I'm at a 24.
Cool.
Catalyst is quick, but not as quick as you. You saw what he did with that telekinetic powers in the last fight.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely dangerous.
Yeah. So I just kind of like ohm up on the ground.
He immediately tries to do that telekinetic blade move to try and take your head off.
Like you do. Yeah, like you do.
But it's not able to overcome your dodge bonus, which is substantial.
You just lean back a little bit more.
Lean back and you can feel the air of movement as it goes past you.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's definitely, he hasn't moved, he just kind of does this focus thing on you and then tries to use telekinetic powers on you.
Cool, cool.
Round two.
Yeah, you know, I feel pretty good down here.
Keep hanging the build up
Just
going.
kind of like...
The party seems to be repeating his same process
Little
of just
bit,
building up energy and building up energy. And again, he tries to take you out. This one is a little better, and he does manage to hit you. This is going to do 100 damage.
Cool, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and keep just holding on.
He seems rather shocked that it didn't take your head clean off.
Yeah.
But the brony is bleeding all over the place.
It's okay, it's my blood.
A lot of blood. Looks horrifically injured, but still doesn't break his composure. Is still just standing there, building up energy. And the blade comes in again, another 100 damage.
Cool. So I immediately get back half of my health.
Yes.
What? Because
Brony is
why?
reduced to 0 health, which means he immediately jumps up to 90 health.
Oh.
Cool. And you know what? I'm also gonna go. Let's see.
Now's the part where
I'm
you
gonna
start.
punch.
Yeah, now's the
I'm gonna
part
go
where you
ahead and
start
punch
saying,
him.
"Ka."
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and unleash a punch. I don't get the full.
You have not run, but you've gone 3.
Gone 3. So yeah. And I don't get the +6 for 4, right?
No, you always get the +6 anytime you
Cool.
use it. It's just
Cool. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hit him with 9 +8. So yeah, I beat it by 15.
that is also critical since you will do double the damage you would normally deal, which will be how much, Mr.
So it's gonna be 3 times 30, right? No,
Oh, remember it doubles
it
up.
doubles out. So it's 30. It's 90 plus 90 is 180. So 180 damage times 2 is 360.
360 points of damage, and again,
God.
a body explodes upon impact from essentially the one punch Brony Robbins.
Cool.
The blood does not reach the cheap seats on this punch, though. Only the
You
bottom
just
rows.
barely exploded him.
I'll try harder next time, guys.
The overkill was just extreme.
I just exploded him a little.
Middle kill.
Brony is One Punch Man. Yes.
Yogas.
Which, of course, leaves Atomax to take on the Eternal Sunshine.
Automax is that's
The
Mohawk
Superman
Superman
flying guy, yeah.
Mohawk Superman.
Number one.
Least
Which,
popular Superman.
You also have Judge Opponent, I believe?
I do.
He is definitely as strong as you are.
Yikes.
And as tough.
Yikes. All right.
That seems to be his shtick.
Is being as strong and as tough as me? Oh, he's just strong and tough and can fly.
Yes.
That's awesome.
That's his bit.
I love it.
In fact, he doesn't even seem to be all that competent of a fighter, relying on the fact that he is just really strong and really tough.
I love it. Cool. So in judging my opponent, I have to basically score critical hits to hit him or to damage him?
Yes, you're going to need to score critical hits to inflict damage upon him or be creative.
All right. Well, let's roll some initiative.
Let us. I am going to have a 19.
And I have a 28.
Much faster.
Oh, yes, that's right. Much faster, I say. Let me see here. I am going to. I'm just going to start unloading on him. Let's get fighting.
Gonna slug it out with the mark. Give me
go
some
in,
fighting rolls.
I go in fighting Irish style and just pop,
Nice,
pop.
okay.
I'll take it.
It's a 7. So beat it by 9.
Dodge is only 2, so that succeeds by 7.
And that definitely is a critical.
We have 1 critical and 1 not critical. So the not critical is not able to go through the armor. It's kind of like punching a wall.
BAM!
But that second shot knocks teeth out.
Not his.
Somehow mine just start falling
And
out.
from the impact,
It's like a
you
bad
can
dream.
tell that this guy is not used to actually being hurt when people hit him at all. It's a very new thing, and he completely takes a knee from the hit, with blood streaming out of his mouth. He's going to lose an action.
So he'll only get 1 this round?
He only gets 1.
Oh, dear gosh.
So he loses his action for the round, putting it back to he's on 1 knee in front of you with blood coming out of his mouth.
Punch his hair off.
I really want to.
Punch him so hard he gets a mullet. That'll screw him up. Yeah, turn it into a new wave sidehawk.
Yeah, just rip his hair out.
No, I'm giving him a chance to recover. I dropped to 1 knee with him. I'm like, okay, come on, we gotta make this look good. There's a lot of people watching.
He has a rather bewildered look in his eyes, but he does not hesitate to seize the opportunity and throws a hard punch at you. It will beat his fighting by 6.
That beats my dodge, because I'm exactly at 6, so...
It is enough to hit. This will do 50 damage.
Bam! Oh.
That didn't hurt you, did it?
No, it didn't.
Okay. So much like your first blow is like hitting a rock, the same thing comes from him. But his surprise is substantially more than yours, as he clearly did not have the ability to judge his opponent before the fight began.
I feel like it's gonna take a while. Boom!
I'll take fighting rolls from you. Are you going to do 2 of those or just 1?
No, just 1, but it's a flying attack. Like, I'm literally gonna grab him, headbutt, and then launch off of the ground as hard as I can for the second attack, just Ram Man style, but using him as a hat. He-Man. The first attack I beat by probably not enough.
Dodge is 2.
Oh yeah, I got him. Yeah, he got.
That is
50, not enough to hurt him.
not enough to hurt him, though. It hits hard.
And definitely got him on the second one.
Oh.
Is that also a critical hit?
Yes, it is. I beat
All
it.
right. Your second shot, the Ram Man style attack, you feel the ribs break upon impact. And after some kicking for a moment, he lays still on the arena floor. And the numbers up on top change as the Brony rotates into position 1 for chances to win the tournament, and the Eternal Sunshine is in position 2, Adam Bennett at position 3, and Hobart Hammer in position 4.
Oh, it's a hammer.
Now, before the third round of competition begins, it is announced that something has occurred backstage and off camera and off events, and Adam Bennett will not be able to continue in the tournament.
Why?
What?
Apparently, he has been catastrophically injured, putting it down to 3 competitors. And in the instance of 3 competitors, a special rule is brought into place where the Lord of Arena chooses specially selected opponents to put against the 3 contenders until only 2 will remain.
Oh boy.
Okay.
And that's it for this episode of Masters of the Metaverse.
Oh!
Thank you for us all and for joining us all.
Yeah.
We love you.
Oh.
We do.
Thank you,
That is
thank
very
you.
true. I'm very excited for next week's finale, I gotta say.
Heck yes.
It's gonna
I'm
be
gonna lose a lot of teeth.
Me too, buddy.
Yeah.
Me too.
Luckily, I lost all my neck already, so I'm good there.
And we'll get to the thrilling conclusion of the season next week.
And Mark,
On part
the answer
2.
is all of them.
Yeah.
Yes, all of them, to whatever the question was. We love you all. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
Thanks, y'all.
Masters of the Metaverse, Masters of the Metaverse, they travel through time and space and stuff. Troll them, re-roll them, throw them above. They fly through dimensions, this isn't a bluff. Heroes compelled, they have no choice, bound by the winds of a secret voice. Masters of the Metaverse, Masters of the Metaverse. Masters of the Metaverse, Masters of the Metaverse.